Happy Monday, everyone. How's everyone doing? It's Monday. I'm not working for the summer, supposedly. Let's see how that goes. But this is the first day. Am I bored? Hmm. The problem with not working is everyone in my life works, except for Prince. So I'm smothering my dog. I'm 3 hours into the summer of Cheryl. It's cloudy though. So I think I just have to ease into this. Let's say hello to Rhonda. You're the first one here, girl. Good for you. Play-Doh is driving and Genuine is working. I know, everyone's working. I'm gonna go live and bother everyone. I'll be like, I'm going live. I'm bored. I'm bored. So if you don't know me, I am, and there's some stuff that is going on for my non-work work, which is work, but I'm pretending that I'm not working. So if I look at I might have to take a text, but that's okay. Everyone will be fine. Kristen, that's so funny. My mods are so great. Mr. Beebable and my niece. Elizabeth, you can play with me. You have the summer off. Are you done school? So I will have my niece play with me too. Paula, hi, hey Cyberchick, thanks to JM Bullcrap bringing me to you. Oh, yay. Yeah, we'll talk about that. People are working. You know, I don't want to rub it in your face that I have the summer off, but so I'm Cyberchick. I started this channel in October, so I'm a newbie. And I actually realized when I listen, I've been on a lot of really experienced YouTube content creators and YouTube show, and I realized like I really need to step it up. Rhonda doesn't work, so she gets to, you can play with me all day too. We'll come on this and do this together. My niece loves summers off. So I started the cult sorry, I'm distracted because I've been getting a ton of phone calls and emails today as I'm entering into my sabbatical. We're going to talk about the cult today, but we of course have some drama to address beforehand. Started my YouTube channel in October to talk about the cult. And then I really liked it and said, hey, let's dabble in other things. So I talk about cybersecurity. Tuesday nights is Sister Night, which has really taken off. We've got Sister Lynn, who is also off today. However, she's busy. Lynn is very busy, but she might join us at the tail end of the show, depending how long I stream. And Sister Deb and Sister Lisa join for Tuesday nights. My beautiful nieces come on periodically. I've had my daughter-in-law on. So I like to weave my family into the show because they're such a big part of my life. Although, I don't know if that's such a good idea. Hey, Peter Paints. So we have a lot of new people here. And the last time I talked to everyone was Friday. And we did have some drama on the channel. So we'll talk about that a little bit. You know, my motto has been to kind of stay away from all of what's been happening. For 4 months, I didn't address it at all. And then it just exploded. And, you know, thanks to Olap and Jolene, it really took front and center. So I did address it, and I've been addressing it. I don't know which I like better. I think I kind of like not addressing it, to be honest with you, but dabbling in it and doing it through Olap and Rosalind has put out some really funny videos too. Rosalind Duke, if Kristen, if you can find Rosalind's YouTube channel, if you don't mind, and drop it in the chat, that would be amazing. So on Friday, we did get a visit at the end of the show. I had, if you weren't watching, although I had over 1,000 people, which is huge for me at the end, view it. If you caught the tail end of it, I had Lisa and Nikki on. Now, I do call it Drama Friday, and someone pointed out in the comments, like, if you're calling it, oh, Genuine, thank you so much for the super chat. You are so generous. I appreciate you. That's amazing. Thank you so much. I will keep being me, Genuine, and you're very sweet for doing that. We always joke around and call Drama Friday to talk about current event drama because we love to talk about Taylor Swift or Blake Lively. But because of all the YouTube drama, some comments were made like, well, you put the title down, Drama Friday. And I do it with Sister Lisa because she doesn't watch YouTube and she doesn't like any of the drama. She actually hates all the the drama. So that quit being so needy. See how my mods talk to me? They give me so much crap when I ask them to do stuff. That's so funny. I love Kristen. I love her FU. Okay, so let's go back to let's just go back. So that was my Friday show. Then I went, and I'll talk about the money invasion. Then I was a guest on The Expert, and I really appreciate Megan Fox, The Expert, people asking me to come on and sort of embracing me, embracing my chat. We're a small community here. We like no name calling. We like to give people who maybe aren't used to YouTube, like my sisters, an opportunity to come in and, hey, Side Eyes Jess, another favorite mod. We like to give them an opportunity to come in and chat if they've never chat before. Because I realized talking to my sister, especially Lynn, she was like, I don't even know how to comment. And what if people are mean to me? I'm like, no, just even if you do it wrong, we'll help you out. We're very understanding here. And what the expert, so the expert had me on his panel. Love the expert. He's so funny. He's not focused. I've realized that. I watch him and I know he's not focused, but he really wasn't focused when you're actually on a show. So, which is good for me because I tend to be agenda driven and goal oriented, which they were making fun of me for, which I love because I need to loosen up and just kind of go with the flow. And I'm always like, okay, what are we going to accomplish? But they gave me some advice. So I was on a panel with Mo in the Deep End, who I love, who talk about women lifting women up. She was phenomenal. We had Shizzy, who has always been a supporter. I met Fallstorm and Bahala, who they have been dipping into the chats now and then, and I really appreciate their advice. And what they said to me was to never block people. Let people come in. Let them come in and let them engage because every engagement is good for you. And I thought about it and I'm like, I don't want to exclude people, but what happened Friday, you have to understand where my mods were coming from and where I was coming from. After being viciously attacked for 4 months and staying out of any of the chats or any involvement, not picking on anyone over in Jess Machado's show, to have her in the middle of her stream, stop her show and just say, hell, let's go over and invade. She basically said, go hassle Cyberchick in her community. And in doing so, it caught me off guard and it caught my mods and they just blocked everyone. And looking back on that, maybe we take a different approach. Now I have blocked Jess, so she can't put comments in because I don't want her to put nasty comments in and she's blocked me. So tit for tat there. I haven't done it, but I'll try to block J7, but she's pretty sneaky and she has 100 accounts. I don't know if that's even possible, but I'll block her. Everyone else can come in and behave. If, we won't block you just for coming in because maybe we can turn the tide and you'll feel some of the inspiration from my chat and maybe see that there's more in life than what you're currently getting out of Jess, or maybe not. Maybe you just want to connect. But, I was going back and forth with someone last night in Rat House Media's chat because I had seen her in the bunny raid. And I went back and it's grayed out because she was blocked, but it was rude. So I said, hey, Diane, I just wanted to know, were you in my chat? I don't like people saying rude things to my mods. My mods are phenomenal and my mods are everything. And I said, and Diane denied it. And she said it wasn't her. And someone else said there's a different Diane G in the bunnies. However, that is her profile pic. So, whatever. Diane, you can come in here. Don't say these mean things to my beautiful mods, especially Kristen, who's wonderful. Okay, let me answer some questions. What kind of flowers are behind me? I don't even know. Well, oh, those are plants. What are they called? My sister will tell you. She was shopping with me. I forget. I have a money tree and what are those plants? They start with an M. And they're beautiful and I don't kill them. And I only water them every 2 weeks. That's how I keep them alive because normally I do tend to overdo it. It was rude. I thought it was rude of her. So, and the point isn't to pick on Diane. It's just to say, don't, this is the internet and everything is forever. Don't think that you can go in and talk smack on someone's channel and then come in and attack, my mods and then deny it. So, and if it's not you, that's fine. There's no, no hard feelings. We can all move on from this, but that's how we're going to handle it. If Jess wants, I took it personally, and I know that I shouldn't, because when you're a YouTube, everyone was laughing, going, they're just coming in, just ignore them. How can they bother you if you just ignore them? But I think, honestly, emotionally, after what we've been through, we were all feeling our feelings. And we just said, let's shut this down. I had my sister Lisa and Nikki on. Nikki's the one who said, did you see what someone said about Kristen? And I hadn't seen it. I said, no, I wasn't paying attention. So Kristen had to get rid of her ends. I did say she sucks, though. I'll give her that. I'm sorry. No, you don't have to apologize. It was a knee-jerk reaction. I would too. And yeah, you know what? I will do that, because you can't go in and stop your midstream and say, hey, go hassle that chat. But whatever, it doesn't really hurt me. I think it freaks my sister and my nieces out, because I have my family's on the show, and my family, they're not used to this craziness. Genuine, I know. We had such a fun show too. It was so lighthearted. We weren't, I played Jolene's video, and by the way, those videos are just amazing. It's, you have to take the good with the bad. And it's not, like I said, it's not a big deal. And the expert and Vahala and Shizzy Volstrom Mo gave me really good advice. They're like, let them come in and talk smack. And I'm not really used to that. My family was upset. They're upset about people speaking badly or harassing me, to be clear. That's what they're upset about. But again, it's fine. I'm getting used to it. If that happened to me like 2 or 3 months ago, it would have been a lot more fallout. I don't know. It's just, I didn't expect, I keep thinking it's just this certain community, but I don't know. It could be all of YouTube is like that, but I can control how I react to it, and I'm not going to let it bother me. Every time I think about the people that are being mean, there's only a few of them. Most of the people are really, really nice. And maybe we can get and they're 50-year-old women. So I had a cookout on the 4th of July, and we had 20, 23 people. And as you can imagine, my nieces it was a topic of conversation, like, how do 50-year-old women, because that's what a lot of the bunnies are. I know this, give or take. How are they acting like that? Like, what would their husbands think? What would their children think? So we had a really good conversation about how you present yourself online, can roll over into your real life. What a great conversation to have with, the 20 and 30-year-olds that were at the cookout. And they were shocked. So people who have nothing to do with this were completely mouth open, like, what is going on? What are you talking about? I love that Kristen fixed her name. God, Kristen is snarky. We are snarky here. We are snarky. Kristen, why did you hit? You want to see why she got rid of him? Because this came into the chat, and it was just rude. It was just rude. It was just rude. So it's okay, though. We don't care. So yeah, I had fun on the expert. It was good. I'm not used to being on a panel. So I was telling him, it's, you have to get used to a flow when you're on a panel. Again, here I am being an agenda. Like, when do I speak? Where's my talking points? So he's like, just chill. You just speak up. And I was afraid, because sometimes, like on Megan's show, that was my first panel experience. And I was so petrified, quite honestly, to even be discussing the whole thing. I didn't want to. It's not like she forced me to, but I was like, oh, this is so embarrassing to go on here and talk about this, that I was really quiet. And people were like, are you okay? You're so quiet. Why are you not saying anything? So I think I have to get used to a panel setting of just jumping in and talking, but I had fun. So thank you, expert. I appreciate it. We are going to talk about, hold on, someone's texting me. Yes, I had a great 4th of July. I hope everyone had a good 4th. It was beautiful weather. The hot humidity broke. We were in the pool. We had the best hot dogs and hamburgers, and it was just I hope everyone had a really good time. Oh, Courtney, you would never be rude. Genuine says, "I always take." I know I know my chat was, upset about the bunnies, and I actually love everyone for that. I think that there's a protectiveness of, "Hey, we've done a really good job not being we don't get on here and just talk drama." Now, Friday, I did show the videos, but fuck it, why not? They're funny, and I'm sick of it. But it's not my whole show. My show is about technology, it's about the cult, it's about family. It's about Taylor Swift, and I'm still upset, I have to be honest with you, that she got married in Madison Square Garden, and I don't know why I'm upset. I don't know why I care. Yes, Side Eyes Jess, it takes a different vibe, and it's also new to me, and also, I don't have the videos and everything that pops up, and they're kind of annoying to me, no offense, expert. The Wiggle Wiggles, I'm like, I've like, it's midnight here, I can't be playing Wiggles loudly. My husband's like, "What the heck is that?" So, yeah, I have to get used to it, and that's the good thing is everyone has their own ebb and flow of what works for them. You Magic hasn't seen fireworks in years. Yeah, I'm not huge. Hey, kind oracle, how are you? Thank you for the card reading. I appreciate it. Oh, do you have scoop, Karen? You think she got married before the Madison Square Garden? Andrea, hi, good morning. I think I skipped you. My apologies. I um I don't know if she did. Would you cover Steve and Avery case from here in Manitoba County, Wisconsin? The family business permanently closed 1 year ago. I am not sure I'm the best person to do that, Jason, but I could look into it. I have the whole summer now to look into things. Wouldn't that be fun to do, to start looking into cases? I don't know. We could start doing investigations on stuff. I'm still trying to get the the flow of the cult, get people to rally behind the cult, to be honest with you. I'm not a true crime person, I'm a cyber person. I've been in cybersecurity for about 30 years, but hey, I'm new to YouTube, so I should open up my mind and try things. Ha ha ha, embrace the wiggle. No, Lynn loves the wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Why is it so irritating to me? Yes, Kristen, you and I, every time I see a super chat, I was hitting lower the volume. Yep, the hot potato, I know. Hi, Janelle, good morning. So listen, we're gonna watch Avery Haines' interview because I've got time. This is what happened when I started my channel. People sent me things that were out there that I hadn't seen because I had talked about my family's involvement in the cult, and Avery Haines had done an interview with Jeff and Shalia. 2 years or 1 year after the documentary came out, Jeff and Shalia hired a PR firm and said, "Hey, these 2 documentaries, Netflix did one, Amazon did one, and we're in the Amazon, my family's in the Amazon documentary, the Boston family." But they were all of a sudden a year later thinking, "Oh, this is bad PR." So they hired a PR firm to fix their image. And for some reason, they went to Avery Haines, who is a big time criminal investigator in W5. That is, think of it as the Canada's version of 60 Minutes. She's a big investigative journalist. I love her. So I sent her an email and said, "Can because I'm new to YouTube, I don't know what I'm doing. I had only been on for like 3, 4 weeks. I said, "Hey, I saw your interview with Jeff and Shalia. Can I use it on my YouTube?" And she said, "Yeah, not only can you use it, I want to come on." And she was great. She came on, And the problem, I'm not going to show you that, although you can go back and watch it. I was new to YouTube, and I have this habit. I talk really fast, and I'm always trying to get through everything quickly. So I sped up her documentary, and she was like, "Why do I sound like a chipmunk?" It was pretty funny. And I was pausing it and asking her questions. She is lovely. She is phenomenal. But I think today I just want to watch it start to finish. Maybe I'll speed it up a little because it's over an hour, but I don't want to do it with the interruptions. I had Lynn on, and Lynn and I were interrupting her. I will pause it and I will talk about how my family was involved at certain points, and we'll have a conversation about it. But um, oh my gosh, tomorrow's Kristen's birthday. Yay. So that's what we're doing today. Today we are watching Avery Haines. You're going to love her. She is delightful. She's phenomenal. You know, I mentioned the other thing I got an email about. I don't know, I'll just throw it out there right now. I got an email about why. So on The Expert, we were talking, I don't know what we were talking about, drive-throughs, how there's a content creator who's always going through drive-throughs. And I said, we don't actually have drive-throughs in my town. And that was surprising. So it was an interesting, some other people were saying, yeah, we don't have, drive-throughs are not allowed, except there's a CVS drive-through. Maybe that has to do with they must have got a special permit for, they must have got oh my God, everyone, Lisa's here. My sister Lisa is in the chat. Stop it. She is not. Lisa, it's Kristen's birthday tomorrow, so we're gonna have to celebrate it for her on the sister show, which she won't be at. Lisa, okay, so well, hold on, let me finish my thought on the drive-through. So where we live, they don't. They like it's a bylaw that they want to keep the town very New England charm, keep the noise pollution down, keep it air quality clean. I don't know why. I didn't know people would be so surprised by that, but yeah, we don't have any drive-throughs except for CVS because of, medicines and medical reasons. I'm assuming. I don't know. But so Boston Booty is not going to be joining us tomorrow night on the sister show. And we were going to just show up without her and start a rumor that she not only left the sister chat because of the drama, but she left our lives. But that's not what really is going to happen. She's going to see Noah Khan tomorrow night. And we're jealous. Yeah. Yep. She's going to see Noah Khan instead. Oh, actually, Lisa, why can't you do a live stream with the girls from Noah Khan? Oh my God, that would be awesome. Okay. Yeah, she'll still be on. She's going to do no, you won't miss us. I'm going to send you a link. You can just do it from the concert. Oh my God, that'll be amazing. Wouldn't that have been funny if I just didn't have her on and we were just like, yeah, we're done. We're done with, we chose YouTube. We chose YouTube over Lisa. That would be funny. Oh my gosh. All right, what else did I have to say before we start this? I am going to jump right in. She's not doing that. No, we're going to have her. She will. Her daughters will do it, my nieces. Lisa, didn't we have a fun 4th? We had a great time. Oh, Miss Abibable, look at Liz will stand in too. Oh my God, that's so funny. Yes, Liz, you can come on. We'll have Liz come on because she's a niece. No offense, Miss Abibable. We got to get Liz up here. That would be fun. Okay, let's start so did I set the stage right? So Avery says to Jeff when they call her, I'll interview you, not her normal thing. I mean, she's a criminal investigator. She's big time, but she said, I'll do a story about you, but based on the facts that I gather, not based on what you want me to present. And they said, fine. She told us a couple of things. Every single interview she did with them, they had a PR person in the room or on the phone, which she thought was unusual and odd. Yeah, we had so much fun on the 4th. Okay. Let's start. Let's just watch it. So you're gonna hear a little bit about the cult. This isn't specifically about my family. this is about the cult that, at a high level, let me just tell you, our niece Brianna, if you don't know the story, our niece Googled in 2018, I think. She was 24, 25. She Googled, how do you know you're with your soulmate? And Brianna was a lovely, it still is, vivacious. She came to the fourth, by the way. She's phenomenal. She's thriving. We're so happy. She Googled, how do I know I found my soulmate? And wound up in this Twinflames universe Facebook page where they drew her in. And I'll stop and we'll talk about it certain points so you get the feeling about what we're talking about. And this is a repeat. Sorry for some of you.
Shalia. We're gonna come and eat your children. I'm not hiding anything. Like, I'm literally telling you I'm Christ.
Jeff Devine is a cult leader, a narcissist, a psychopath.
Fuck you. My business depends on all of you.
I think he gets off on seeing them become his creation.
Some of them have started having gender-affirming surgeries.
Has a crime been committed? Is there about to be a crime committed?
No one forced me to change my gender.
Jeff never said that he was God.
No.
Sorry, I'm going to try not to get distracted. But Courtney, your daughter is a female pilot. That is amazing. I'm so proud of her for that and thank her for her service. That's amazing.
We're not a cult.
Let's kind of fix your hair.
It gets wild.
I know, maybe like that looks nice.
So you're going to be filming us sitting down? Is that what you mean?
Yeah,
Okay.
we're going to film all that.
Courtney, don't we love our nieces, though? Sorry, I said daughter, your niece. Hi, Zach. Zach, we're reviewing Avery Haines. And we're just going to take our time. I tend to rush through all of my streams during the day because I'm usually in between meetings. And I have the summer off. Well, I don't want to say I have the summer off because that probably will never happen. But I'm supposed to have the summer off. But I'm definitely off today. So buckle up. We're taking our time on this.
Yeah.
They call themselves Jeff and Shalia Devine, the founders of Twinflames Universe. They've never agreed to a television interview until now.
Jeff, what do you think the public's perception of you is? And where are they wrong?
I think they think I'm not a nice person and that I hurt people. And it could not be further from the truth.
There was a reaction towards us, and it caught fire.
I mean, the words that have been used to describe you.
I don't try to consume the hate enough to know.
Narcissistic, coercive,
Yeah,
bully,
not true.
cult leader,
Yeah, not true.
and that you have destroyed people's lives.
Not true. Not true at all.
Twinflames Universe is a spiritual movement with a seductive guarantee. Follow their program and you'll find eternal love.
Look at this. Look at this. Boom! We married. I'm married to my twin flame. I love it. This is so devilish. I know how to make them want you. Oh, and I'm going to teach you how.
It's not just about making them want you. Jeff and Shalia preach that the path to your twin flame is paved with spiritual and financial riches. Follow them and you can have a life just like theirs.
This is my pool, my slide. This is my house. This is the back of it. Here you may recognize the Porsche and good old Corvette. It's looking good. Don't be upset or jealous.
So when I was sleuthing on them, I was always following the money, and they spend so much money. They bought a house, they bought another house. gutted the house. They changed everything, put the best of the best marble, the best, most expensive woods. And it was sickening to watch. And they couldn't have enough of cars and the most expensive shoes and pocketbooks. It was crazy. I know this guy freaks me out too. He really does. I just saw a question that I wanted to get to. Hey, Stacy, I watched Desperately Seeking Soulmate doc. I think I'll watch it. Never seen this interview. Yeah, that's the Amazon documentary. Thank you, Stacy. Desperately Seeking Soulmate. We were the Boston family. Lynn just did such a phenomenal job on that. She was so, yeah, he definitely, Zach, you should always trust anyone who says they're Jesus. That's true. I'm sure he's a good person. I know, just to look at him gives me the heebie-jeebies. But isn't Avery beautiful? I have such a girl crush on
You're
Avery.
gonna find out how easy this is for you. You could have this too.
Twinflames Universe is a multi-million-dollar for-profit company with hundreds of thousands of Facebook followers. It's almost entirely online. Their website showcases glowing testimonials from believers who claim to have found their true love and their true selves.
I manifested harmonious union with my one true love.
Rediscovered my true gender. Finally accepted myself as the divine masculine.
Some claim miraculous cures.
I have been symptom-free for years now.
I no longer have PTSD.
Others boast of manifesting big money.
My income has increased 3 times.
I got out of deep poverty and manifested very high-paying jobs.
So just what is a twin flame? Well, it's like a soulmate on steroids.
This person was designed for you by God, and you were designed for this person by God to be your eternal companion. And of course, they're your ultimate lover. We're talking mega romance here.
They teach that what's...
Okay, sorry. I was trying to do something. Kristen and Jess, do you guys know how to set it to subscription mode only? I think I forgot to do that. And I knew how to do it when I was a mod. I have to figure out how to do it. That was one thing Vahala said. Make sure you set it so that if they want to come in, make them wait 10 minutes, I think, to subscribe. If you could set the chat for me, if you know how to. Otherwise, I'll keep trying to figure it out on the back end. And, you guys are you're learning how to do YouTube with me too, as we teach you about the cult. Oh, it was set that way when I started. Thank you. So I told them that I put it on for every stream, but they said that doesn't work. So, and I was wondering, was everyone that invaded us a member? So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Hey, Malin, how are you? Thank you for joining. We're catching up on Avery Haines' interview of the cult. Oh, KLB's here. Good to see you. Hi to everyone. Sorry, I was looking at something, so I didn't see the chat.
Keeping you from your twin flame is inner trauma. That once you heal your blocks, you'll manifest your true love. There's a stable of followers who offer one-on-one coaching at a cost of $550 a month.
Today, we'd like to introduce to you and invite you to our Twin Flame School.
With Jeff and Shalia.
Group sessions called Online Ascension School cost $3,333.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to another juicy life purpose class.
To master success, purpose, and wealth, there's the Life Purpose class for another $3,333. There are e-courses, a book, pre-recorded videos for sale, and if you want it all, the everything package, $8,888.
Your life's gonna change. I promise you. You're doing the work, you're having a real relationship, life's gonna change.
Of the hundreds of thousands of Facebook followers, more than 2,000 are students paying to heal their way to their dream life. One of them, Simmer Sakon, a Canadian nurse who owns a cosmetic clinic in Toronto.
I feel that seeing the coaches and the community being loving and accepting, supportive, and also just seeing that they themselves have a life which is their dream life. That's what I'm hoping for.
Finding your twin flame.
Yes, yes.
Simmer came across Twinflames universe online in 2023 in the grips of a painful divorce.
I booked a free consultation, had a good connection, and that was kind of my start of being part of the Twin Flame Universe community.
Once she healed from the divorce, Simmer switched gears and coaches. The new goal, finding her twin flame.
Once I was balanced, then my new coaches were more positive. Let's find our, ultimate lover.
Over the past year and a half, Simmer has spent more than $20,000. She hasn't yet found her twin flame, but insists it's money well spent.
I didn't know how to regulate my emotions. And then with my coach, very, very gradually over time, I actually started to feel my feelings. So I truly believe that I will manifest and attract my partner in a very peaceful, healthy way, hopefully.
Chris has a good question. Did your niece ever explain how followers accepted all of this, even though Jeff and Shalia have no education or training in anything? Like, what was the manipulation on that? Such a good question. I think every single person's going to have a unique reason that they believed. But they target young adults, so late teens, early 20s, where you're exploring the world, you're finding yourself. And what they do, the first thing they do is pour love and validate you and make you feel so special. Like, this is a great group. Oh my God, you found the place where you were meant to be. And they love bomb on you. And for someone who might have a moment of weakness, once you get sucked in, if you have a very strong personality, like Brianna had, once she was sucked in, she was believing it wholeheartedly. That's the worst case scenario, to get someone really strong and powerful to believe, because then they're just all in. And then they plant seeds along the way that say, your life wasn't good. They do these exercises that point out trauma. First of all, everyone has a little bit of childhood and they blow it up. They actually couldn't find too much with Brianna, so they went way back and said that her trauma came from World War II, from her ancestors. We were like, what? And that manifested in her, and they just will find one little thing and exploit it. And then you give them more money and more money. So it's crazy. Hi, hippie chick. I saw that you came in as well. Yeah, it's really love bombing. And we're really careful not to ever blame any of the victims, because they truly are victims. I know people like to say, well, she's probably slow or autistic or has issues. No, not at all. Not at all. Just mistakes of trusting the wrong people and believing the wrong people. And I always like to point that out because it can happen to him. We met so many wonderful families who are going through this, who have had no communication. Yeah, thank you, Chris. We never victim blame. They had to go back to World War II to find trauma, because it was like nothing, And what's also interesting is the families that we always were connected to Brianna. We're so thankful for that. I had a mother on the show, Louise Cole, who never saw her twin daughter again. She thinks she's in Switzerland. She was paired up with someone in Switzerland, but same story. She's a twin, loving family. She hasn't seen her nieces, her nephews. She's estranged. They don't know if she's dead or alive. So there's a lot of families that were impacted by this. And they were such a support system for us. We want to be a support system for them.
Yes.
Simmer isn't alone in this interview. Every word is being monitored by the woman.
I should probably say this. I'm always supposed to say this ahead of time. This is about a cult. There's coercion. There's forced sexual transition. It's, there's content in here that could be triggering. So if this show isn't for you, just, I suggest that you just leave at this point and just know that that's what it's about. Come back for the cyber show on Thursday. We'd love to have you back. Also, everything that I'm saying is I'm not a cult expert at all. I just give my personal experience. And when Lynn comes on, everything we share is just our own opinion. It's not, we're not out here claiming to be experts at all. We lived through it for 7 years, and Brianna is out and she's doing fabulous.
On the other end of Simmer's phone,
Rebecca?
Rebecca isn't part of the Twinflames universe. She is their gatekeeper, hired by Jeff and Shalia.
To me, Simmer being able to switch coaches shows into, they're not a cult, because if you were in a cult, there's no way that would be allowed,
Rebecca is with a crisis management firm in the U.S. called Red Banyan. They do reputation repair to control the narrative and portray your business in a positive light in the press. Jeff and Shalia have hired them in the wake of a media firestorm, exposed first in 2020 by Vice and Vanity Fair, and then the subject of 2 docuseries in 2023, Escaping Twin Flames on Netflix and Desperately Seeking Soulmate on Amazon Prime. In late 2024, this email popped in my inbox. The subject line, "We're not a cult." The message, a denial of the allegations piling up against Jeff and Shalia, and an invitation for me to tell the real story. In a phone call with Jeff, Shalia, and the PR company, I made it clear we'd be digging into all of the allegations against them. They agreed with full access as the walls close in on Twinflames universe.
I'm gonna get a drink.
That Fiji there in the corner is mine.
In northern Michigan, where
If you have any questions on this, let me know. So I'm going to speed this up. So when I had Avery on, she was like, "Oh, you sped it. Why do I sound like a chipmunk?" And I felt really bad because I think I offended her, and she's so sweet. But you guys don't care if I speed this up because it might be me, and I'm from the Northeast, but I listen to everything on 1.5 or 2x. That's how I process things. I'll just put this on 1 1/4. Let me know if it's too fast or too slow. I take feedback.
allegations of brainwashing, forced labor, and tax evasion have flooded into the IRS, the FBI, and local police.
Just let me do one more thing.
Okay. With another crisis PR member in the wings, Jeff.
Courtney, newsflash, Zach is nice over here. Don't let everyone know on the internet, but he's actually really, really nice in my chat.
Jeff and Shalia say they want to set the record straight.
It's traumatizing to have the whole world bearing down on you, and you go online and there's hundreds and hundreds of hateful comments.
The PR company shared some of those hateful comments.
If I ever see you in Michigan, I will beat the bricks off you.
I can't wait to see you and your hippo of a wife go to jail.
You little tiny Corvette swipe. I hope you both get eaten by rabid dogs.
Tick, tick, tick. Your time is running out. I'm coming for you.
Why did you feel that now was the right time to share your story?
It was just outrage, outcry. It just wasn't our time. It was the time of the other side to share what they wanted to share.
Yeah.
Why now?
Same. I mean, that's our answer. Yeah.
Coming up.
If you could give me a moment to collect myself. Thank you.
All right, we'll zoom past these. But I will tell you.
Just before Shalia.
Something funny happened. So in the documentary clips and when, how I had an insight into their compound initially when Brianna was there was through a reporter. I reached out to Brianna, told her mother that Alice Haines from Vanity Fair was coming to do an article on her. We had no idea what was going on with Brianna. So I reached out to Alice Haines and she was phenomenal. I said, you're going to have eyes on Brianna. We want to know, is she doing drugs? Is there sexual abuse? Is she healthy? We haven't seen or talked to her. So Alice was a lifeline to us, but her clips in her article, she did like YouTube snippets, showed that Jeff was running the show. So we always thought Jeff was the brains behind the operation and Shalia just kind of was in the background being this, superficial wife. This insight, just watch it with me. I think that Jeff comes off as stupid and the wife is the one that is actually book smart and the brains of the operation. That's where I kind of pivoted. So that's an interesting thing to look out for. Jeff and Shalia aren't even their real names, okay? They're estranged from their families. They have fake names. The whole thing is insane. Hi, expert. Expert, you don't even read email. Let's expert, I thanked you for having me on Friday night. I said, if you weren't here at the beginning of the show, I said that I'm not used to being on a panel. You know, I'm used to an agenda and times. And so it was a lot of fun. Thank you. I appreciated the support and I really had a good time. So thank you.
Met Jeff for the first time.
Oh my God. We're about to meet. I'm sitting in the car and I'm waiting and I'm so excited. Yeah, I got those butterflies happening.
It begins as a love story, one that has spawned a lucrative and controversial spiritual movement. A movement defectors call a cult, one that controls, coerces, and even convinces followers into changing genders.
Yeah, we like to go out to Tim Hortons.
She was born in Toronto, Megan Plant, and grew up a small-town girl outside North Bay, Ontario, before changing her name to Shalia.
How did we initially meet online, Shalia?
Well, it began in a little country called Canada.
Introduced virtually by a mutual friend, Shalia was deep into New Age spirituality. Jeff was a business school grad living in Hawaii, trying to develop a lifestyle and adventure business. Over the years, he changed his name to Ender, then Ionethos, then Shafira. For the first 4 months, they dated online.
She's cute on Facebook.
So that's a red flag. If you've had 4 name changes by your 20s or early 30s, red flag. I'm saying it's not beige, it's red.
And then she was really cute on Skype. And then in person, it was like, oh my God, I lost my kid.
But I'm like, the second time, like, I love him. And like when we...
Chanel, it is still active. Last summer, so actually a year ago in July, the Michigan Attorney General they didn't charge them. They raided their compound and they took a bunch of hard drives and computers and they're building their case against them. So we're going to continue to raise public awareness until we can hopefully bring charges against them. And they are, I'll show you their Facebook post as of yesterday, actively recruiting and promising you two could have this life.
Yeah, I just knew. I just knew.
In that first blush of new love, the couple set up this YouTube channel called Awakened Intimacy.
Thank you so much for joining us on our second video.
Those early videos were sweet and just so normal. Jeff and Shalia shared everyday moments of their twin flame love.
That's Twinflames kisses. All right, I love you too.
Yeah, I love you.
Fresh-faced and clean-cut, they were a totally relatable, sometimes goofy couple who looked madly in love.
I like get a reaction from these two, so you just have to forgive me. I just get they make me sick.
We moved. Jeff is making his entrance like a princess. Hi.
They were broke, lived in a dingy apartment, drove an old beat-up car. But Jeff made it clear he wanted to be rich.
We're gonna be really wealthy, and I'm not saying that because I want to like make up for some childhood trauma or something. I'm saying that because a great deal of wealth is appropriate for me.
Their views exploded from hundreds to thousands to hundreds of thousands.
We got married.
We got married, everyone.
Twinflames got married.
Twinflames got married. What a surprise.
They wrote a book.
We are authors of the book Twinflames,
Finding Your Ultimate Lover.
In 2017, they created a business to teach others how to find their twin flame. Then,
honestly, they almost look normal here, right? I think they realized the more, as it went on and on, the more crazy they got, the more, or maybe the more powerful they got, the more they were able to project craziness. I don't know.
They renamed themselves Jeff and Shalia Divine.
This is a really wonderful opportunity to meet other people who are pursuing the same dream as you, to be in their permanent harmonious union.
When I watched the video, that's when I thought, I'd like to try that. I'll try it for a month.
Canadian Angie Moggy lives on Manitoulin Island in Ontario's Lake Huron region. An administrative assistant for a First Nation reserve, Angie was deep inside the Twin Flames universe for more than 4 years. Angie says she was indoctrinated, sucked in at her most vulnerable.
I'd been diagnosed with ovarian cancer. And so I became very fascinated with spirituality. They seemed to be exactly what I was looking for.
The minute she signed up,
I'm going to drive everyone crazy because I love this discussion. So we're going to talk about it. Andrea says, what I find so crazy is how there can be so many documentaries and info out on a cult and people get roped in. It's the one thing it's one thing when they first start, right, but it's been out there. So, you know, I'm not saying that there's cults on YouTube, but do you see that mentality of people are lonely and they find people who they connect with? I think there's something missing sometimes in people's lives. So I even hesitate to do this because I know half of you are going to run over to Facebook and click on. So they get a lot of clicks every time there's a documentary, every time there's an interview, every time there's a mention, because we're nosy. We want to go, what the hell's going on over there? And you click. What if you see someone that you feel connected to, or there's a message that you feel is missing in your life? Now, no one ever says, I'm going to join a cult. No one ever says, but you get sucked into a cult mentality. So I did a lot of research when this was happening because I knew nothing about a cult on Jonestown and what happened there, which was really horrific and fascinating at the same time. I didn't know about, did you know the first people killed at Jonestown when they were in the islands, and the congressman from California and the senator, I know a bunch of politicians took a dozen reporters to go report on it for a day. When they were leaving, before he had them drink the Kool-Aid, he had his security guards shoot at the congressmen and the senators, and there's 6 reporters were the first deaths. 6 reporters, 6 journalists, and then I don't want to misspeak, but I think it was a senator was shot and killed, but I'll get that information. So it's just craziness, but no one says I'm going to join a cult. You just kind of get sucked in before you know it. I mean, I could argue that sometimes when you're talking to people who were first into CrossFit, it's that type of mentality. When your day shifts and you ignore normal activities, you ignore the people in your life, you're not behaving, you're giving money, an obscene amount of money to a certain organization. Those are just signs of it. I actually think Avery talks about it. Hi, Crazy Noel. It's good to see you. Tammy J. Everyone in the chat, I'm sorry if I've missed you. I'm listening to the interview.
for a class, she felt it. Love, acceptance,
Love the
belonging.
questions.
I was so love bombed when I first joined. Plus, I felt very close to Shalia because she was also Canadian.
Angie was trying to work through a strange, intense attraction she felt towards a work colleague who was half her age. She says Jeff and Shalia told her to go after him, claim him.
That was her overall teaching, is like, you have to be a honey badger.
What's a honey badger?
They're fearless. They're vicious.
If you know me, you know I am a honey badger.
Oh, the honey badgers are just crazy. Honey badger don't care. Honey badger don't give a shit. It just takes what it wants.
They just take what they want. Basically, like, no boundaries. So be a honey badger of love was like Jeff's. They even have t-shirts that say it.
Angie's so-called twin flame wanted nothing to do with her. Jeff and Shalia claimed they knew why. And shockingly, it was the same reason she got cancer. Here's Angie in an old video explaining it to other followers.
It was revealed to me that my biggest core block was that I wasn't claiming my feminine energy. I was rejecting my feminine energy so much that I actually manifested ovarian and uterine cancer. Shalia gave me like some really great advice to look at, feminine role models.
To heal her feminine block, Angie started wearing bright red lipstick and skirts. And she bombarded her so-called twin flame with emails, even followed Jeff and Shalia's suggestion to just show up at his house.
I absolutely poured my heart out and told him everything. He goes like, you have no idea how crazy all this sounds. Yeah, and told me like not to contact him, not to ever talk about it again, or else he was going to charge me with harassment. And then he ended up he blocked me.
Your twin flame, maybe they don't like you. Maybe they don't want anything, maybe they blocked you. Maybe they don't want anything to do with you. I'm going to promise you, if you follow me, they are going to fall madly in love with you. I pinky promise. Okay? If you got a pinky promise, you're going to follow me and not be afraid. All right? I sealed that with a kiss.
Coming up.
So he did this. He did this to Brianna. This was the first phase where it was like, if you think that someone is your twin flame, they are your twin flame. So just go after them. So she had been connected with someone early, in her, I think it was in college or after college. And they basically say, go stalk them, go to their work, even if they're married, if that's who it's supposed to be. So that was what they were doing. But then there was some police incidents and they're like, okay, we got to back off that messaging because stalking and harassment is not probably a good way to go. So they really do say that because Brianna was in that situation. So I'm going to just scoot a little bit.
Placed against them because they're taught to keep going after their twin flame and not take no for an answer.
Victoria Bonilla in Virginia, just like Angie in Ontario, once dedicated her life to Twinflames universe.
It was just people coming together to heal trauma. And then years later, it became what it is now. Nobody walks in and says, hey, is this a cult? I'd love to join.
At the core of the Twinflames universe is a technique called the mirror exercise.
Learn in this short video how to heal your upsets by loving yourself.
The concept is that everything you want, wealth, love, happiness, is possible once you clear trauma or upsets.
Using the mirror exercise taught by Jeff and Shalia.
Everything that happens to you and every negative emotion you have is something that you created, and it's your job to heal. And if your twin flame doesn't love you, it's because you don't love yourself.
If you're the type of person that prefers not to take personal responsibility for your life,
why are you on this channel?
And you're the one that has to resolve it in order to clear the block.
Victoria says the mirror exercise isn't about healing. It's about breaking people down in a never-ending cycle of self-blame, with more and more classes to buy to clear the blocks and heal the upsets.
And so it becomes a form of self-abuse and control. Any negative emotion, any negative encounter, now it's your fault.
Most students weren't seeing results, but it was definitely paying off for Jeff and Shalia.
Today, we just discovered that we're not just millionaires, we're multi-millionaires.
Their Instagram feed, a nonstop highlight reel of luxury.
Yay for them.
Lifestyle of the multi-millionaires, of the rich and famous.
Designer everything, the 5-bedroom mansion, high-end cars. All of this paid for by students desperate to heal their way to love. In 2018, Twinflames Universe stepped out of the internet and into real life. There was a small meetup in New York.
The golden age has begun.
Jeff and Shalia introduced the concept of soul family, pairing up followers into spiritual family members. The next year, an even larger gathering in Canada.
We're in Toronto, Ontario, here for our very first Twinflames Universe Ascension Workshop.
About 100 followers, including Angie and Victoria, went to the 4-day event.
This was the best weekend of my life, and we're so looking forward to the next one.
Jeff and Shalia were treated like spiritual rock stars.
Thank you, and take care.
Thank you, everyone.
They started calling themselves gurus.
So just so you know, this event in Canada cost, everyone there paid thousands of dollars to attend. And then while you were there, if you wanted a photo session with Jeff and Shalia, more money, they would constantly come out with more courses. And by the way, I hate the mirror exercise. That was one thing when we were at the beach one summer. Brianna kept doing it to everyone. And it's just so crazy. And if you don't know what it is, you blame yourself. So I have a fight with my husband, John. And instead of saying, John, I'm so irritated at John for not doing X, you look at yourself and say, I'm so irritated with Cheryl for not doing X. It's just so stupid. You blame yourself so that you can tear down your blocks. She annoyed us with that. She kept doing it to the cousins. They were like, stop doing the mirror exercise. So Brianna's here. I don't know if you can see her. So if I point, she's right there. Do you see my pointer? I don't know how it looks on YouTube. She's in the back row, but it's hard to see her. But she was there, and we were worried.
Our followers say they are grifters. The entire Twinflames Universe business model is built like a pyramid. New students at the bottom, then students who have paid tens of thousands of dollars to become coaches.
It's a pyramid scheme. It's an MLM. People don't realize that when you're in it, but any type of MLM, this is how it operates. Stay away.
Above them, master coaches who have paid even more. At the very top, Jeff and Shalia. Students paid them thousands directly for online group meetings, and then hundreds a month to coaches for one.
Zach, it's Jon. He's Greek. Johnny. Yeah, justice for John. You're not kidding. He had my whole family here all weekend. He is a good guy. In case you're wondering, I've been married to John for over 30 years. We have two grown adults. Bryce is 30 and Kyle is 32. In case I haven't introduced myself. And that's probably the most you'll ever hear or see. Sometimes Bryce, if on the sister show, he likes to pop in and say hi. And Kyle's always been on.
Each coach is also expected to pay for sessions with other coaches. And all coaches have to give 50% of their earnings to Jeff and Shalia. Everyone in this pyramid is expected to work to bring new members in.
It just becomes your whole life.
It's not just sapping their money, it's also their time. When Victoria was a follower, there was an entire management structure, staffed almost exclusively by volunteer followers. Victoria held a slew of jobs, including head of security.
Did you ever get paid? Over the years in the roles that I had, I got paid $25.
That's the other thing. They do work you quite a bit. So Brianna had a full-time job in technology, and then she would spend her nights building their web servers, doing all of their marketing. They exhaust you. That's a key component to getting people to manipulating your mind, is to have you exhausted and control what you eat, how much you sleep. And if you're working full-time for a job and then working full-time for a cult, you get exhausted, you get worn down, and that's a really good place to be if you're in a cult, for the cult leaders anyways.
While the public face of the community was all about love.
My business depends on all of you. And I want to make sure that all of you are doing your f***ing jobs.
Recorded meetings reveal Jeff berating followers for not volunteering enough of their time to build a business.
I need you to take on a job at Twinflames Universe. If you want to dilly-dally, you're going to burn. And if you can't honestly uphold your position, get the f*** out of it, because we're going to bulldoze you over. So no more of this free, of this, ballyhoo, this nonsense, this bananery.
Victoria says followers were so beaten down, they actually believed Jeff's rage was a sign of love.
He'll curse you out, he'll call you names, and then he'll say he's doing it out of love to help heal your ego and shock your system so that you can heal.
Never underestimate power dynamics as well. That's why I get so furious with, when presidents or CEOs or powerful elite people take advantage of their position of power, because there's always that power shift. And if someone is below you, you just have to be aware of how powerful that dynamic is.
He's telling you, this is good. I'm loving you through this.
And if they showed any resistance, they were told to do the mirror exercise and heal their disobedience.
As soon as you have any type of negative emotion, you have to use their mirror exercise to, quiet down any questioning, any skepticism. It is very high controlling, because anything that you do that steps out of line of what they deem as appropriate is met with discipline or punishment.
And what does discipline or punishment look like in the Twinflames universe?
It's usually a financial punishment. Most of the people that are in that group are coaches, and their primary financial income revolves around Twinflames universe. So you can be stripped of your ability to coach.
Who's going to get the new clients? The ones who work and produce the most value within our new system. Lazy Bones is, one, no longer going to get clients funneled to them, and two, no longer going to hold a position which holds everyone else up.
Twinflames Universe has evolved from a spiritual matchmaking group into an empire. They have a company that claims to heal PTSD and trauma, another called Divine Dish, which is a paid subscription for recipes, and bizarrely, Divine Gaming, a Minecraft-like video game that...
If you couldn't afford to pay, they encouraged you to go into debt. They had a saying, and actually, I wish I downloaded all of Brianna's YouTube. She did YouTube lives about her journey with Gretchen / Gabe. So, and I'll show you pictures if you want to see. She was paired up with Gretchen, who was a man trapped in a woman's body who transitioned to Gabe. They hated each other. It's the only thing that gave us consolation. We were like, they will never make it. She moved to LA. They were not a well they were not matched for each other. And Brianna, I just totally lost my train of thought. I go, oh, how do you pay? So they did this one live where they're like, there's no such thing as poverty. You can have it if you manifest, you will have it. Take out those credit cards, go to the bank. You can mortgage anything. You can refinance because you'll always pay it off if you think you'll pay it off. It was freaking insane. It was insane.
Followers helped create.
Here, the heart of the war will be waged.
Because make no mistake, if you can't afford to pay them money, you're out. You're dead to them. You could clean for them. You probably could do stuff. You could cook for them. You could work for them, but you're not going to be above the bottom of the pyramid. If they wanted you to be a coach. And at one point, if you were a coach, you were at first paying for that ability because that was a privilege. And once people started complaining, they're like, okay, well, you can charge, you don't have to pass the money on. You have to pass half the money on. So you can keep half of it. There's always some sort of abuse towards the money.
Between the hero of the ages and Satan himself.
And then came the church. Jeff and Shalia's next step, building an online religion.
And welcome to our first ever Church of Union sermon.
The movement took a deeply religious turn. With Jeff and Shalia now spouting much more than just New Age philosophies.
Has Christ come again? It's got the beard, the hair. Could I be the Christ? I'm not hiding anything. Like, I'm literally telling you I'm Christ. God's been telling us, we're the second coming of Christ.
The images of Jesus is the image of Jeff. That's the prophecy you've been looking for. I'm banging the Christ.
I feel like originally it was just a business model. He saw a way to make money. But I feel like as he started to see the type of control and power he had over people, I think he does believe that he is this, powerful Christ.
You're my student. You do not school me. If you think that you understand something better than me, by all means, bring it to the table. I invite you to challenge my spiritual mastery. I encourage you. I dare you. But I assure you, you probably don't. And if you don't want to bring it to the table, then you should shut the fuck up and listen.
Coming up.
I certainly wasn't prepared for the level of pressure that was brought in this interview.
I'm an investigative correspondent, right?
Homosexuality doesn't even really exist. If you're really two masculine energies having sex, you're just shaking hands because it's not your twin flame anyway.
Jeff and Shalia.
Hi, Volstorm. It's so good to see you. I'm going to try something right here. I'm trying things if you're wondering what I'm doing behind the scenes. Volstorm, I thanked you for your support on one of my first panels. No, I was on one with Megan Fox, so that's not true. My second panel on The Expert. I had so much fun. Okay, so I'm just going to show you. This is my niece. My niece is Brianna with the dark hair. And this is when they paired her up with Gretchen. And they were going to be the 31st harmonious twin flame union, which basically means they were blessed by Jeff because he had a vision that they would be together. And at the time, Brianna was paired up with Gretchen, who, according to Jeff, is a man trapped in a woman's body, and Gretchen does indeed go on to transition. So we got this. We didn't know. This was, I wish I had a date on it. This was shortly after she went to LA. So we got this, and I sent her a text like, are you fucking married? Like, what is this? And we had a fight. And she blocked me, but she never blocked Lisa and Lynn. So that was good. And then eventually she unblocked me. But that's Brianna. And she was so pretty. She was beautiful. Boston. Okay. Let's go back. Let's go back to where we were.
Teach that every person is either 100% masculine or 100% feminine. There is no in between. And that a twin flame union can only exist between a masculine and a feminine.
A gender, it's just an identity role, meaning it's not real. You can change it.
Initially, followers, who were mostly women, were chasing love outside the Twin Flames community, people not under the influence of Jeff and Shalia Devine.
We were all working hard. Nobody was any closer to their twin flame. So we're like, what's going on? You know, it's not working.
Nobody was making any progress using their work. And so they had to come up with another idea.
Victoria and Angie say followers were then told they'd actually been chasing the wrong people, that through channeling sessions with God, it was revealed to Jeff that their twin flames were within their online community. And then they say he started pairing them up.
Some people are matched with complete strangers, people they'd never spoken to. There was a man, 100% like gay, matched with a cisgendered woman, and had to work through that block.
If they were telling you this was a channeled message from Jeff and Shalia, this came straight from God and there's no questioning it. And so I said, well, how is this not a sex cult now if he's forcing partners?
Remember, Jeff and Shalia's teachings dictate that a twin flame union can only exist between a divine masculine and a divine feminine. A second mass channeling from God involved 22 mostly straight women, including Angie in Ontario and Victoria in Virginia. They were called to an online meeting with their coach, who delivered shocking news.
It was an immediate, no, this is not it. I said, Angie's not my twin flame. I'm not a lesbian.
And they said, well, Angie's not a woman.
Angie, who had first been instructed to be more feminine to attract a different twin flame, says she was now told Victoria was her true love and that she needed to transition to a man. Experts are clear. Gender identity is not something someone else discovers for you.
I ended up having like a severe panic attack. I just like completely lost it. They wanted me to cut my hair. They wanted me to wear men's clothing. They wanted me to change my name. And it's like, can I work up to this? Like they were just so much pressure.
And if they said, no, I'm not,
then they were kind of threatened. Like, why are you so triggered about this? Why is your immediate answer no? That's a block. They were encouraged to get coaching, to heal through this block, to see the truth that they were men.
Did no one say, like, this is crazy? He's telling us what gender we are.
There were a couple.
Don't you love Avery? Avery's so wonderful. I'm going to reach out to her because she was so great when she came on with Sister Lynn and I. And now that I've been a YouTuber for more than 6 months, I feel like we could probably do a better job than we did after I was on air for 3 months, or 3 weeks rather. 3 weeks she came on. But she's so great. But do you understand how crazy this is? So it's a money-making business. It's a pyramid scheme. And telling people, promising people their soulmate. Now people have been here a year, 2 years, 3 years. The stalking wasn't working. They're not getting connected. And he's like, I know what to do. I'm going to pair them up with each other. I'll tell them that you're supposed to be with this person. The problem was there were more women, 80% were women. So he's like, that's just because, you know, your body's just the shell. The inner person is a masculine form. I mean,
a woman who just straight up left from that moment. They said, I'm not a man. I'm not doing this. And they left. And then some of them stayed and are still in there.
Some of them stayed and didn't just adopt masculine names and clothing, but took it further.
Yes. Some of them started taking testosterone. Some of them have started having gender-affirming surgeries and are living as men.
Angie says these two women were also told they were twin flames.
There they are. That's Brianna, and that is Gretchen at the time. And another normal mom, yeah. So, and this was one of the biggest concerns that my sister Lynn had going into the documentary. She didn't want to come off, and because she's very loving and open to anyone's sexuality, and she was afraid by telling her story, it might be misinterpreted as, oh, she's a homophobic or she doesn't like trans. But actually, the trans community hates Jeff and Shalia because they're giving them a bad rap. They're taking gender out of individuality and forcing it on people. It was really interesting. So here they are.
And that one was masculine.
And we just happened to have a group coaching that night. She came in crying. She was like hard crying.
And then Angie says after coaching sessions with Jeff, she started identifying as a man with a new name, Gabe.
I don't know what Jeff said, but anytime that someone has to be coerced into like making like life-altering decisions, body-altering decisions, it's dangerous.
I want to show you a post that Gabe put up just 1 month later.
He talks about how he didn't want to become a man, that he was working through his blocks and misconceptions. Gabe writes about Jeff giving him a crash course in living life as a man, encouraging him to wear men's clothing, trim his fingernails, smoke a cigar, and do outdoor maintenance projects at Jeff's home. Abe embraced.
That was crazy. They documented it all. Imagine my family. Well, it was mostly me because we all know Lisa's not good at multitasking online, and Lynn, we wanted to protect Lynn. So I was watching it all. They were documenting it. Gabe and Brianna went to learn how to live together because it wasn't going well, because Gabe's not friggin' Gabe. Gabe is a woman. So Jeff was teaching, it was so awkward, teaching Gabe how to chop wood, trim your fingernails, shop, and they were documenting. I wish I saved it. I could barely just get through it though. So I wasn't thinking ahead of like, gee, I should download all of this and save it.
Brianna also posted a video on their website.
We both. Sorry, I meant to answer your question, Genuine. You have to pay for the individual changes. Everything comes from you. The bigger concern I have is how we're doctors, because in order for you to go through changes, you go through so many check marks and psychological evaluations. It has always been my opinion personally that they have doctors involved in this somehow in a scam sort of way that are giving them the approval, because I don't know how else that could happen. And again, this is my niece Brianna right here, the dark hair.
Thought we were women and we became friends. Yeah, just came together first as friends up until the point where it was revealed that I was a divine masculine. And that we're twin flames. And that we were twin flames. Yeah.
Gabe is still in the Twin Flames universe. He insists no one pressured or coerced him into changing genders.
I know that they didn't have a choice. I was part of this gender.
She's the hero. Keely, I want you to come on. I don't know how to reach out to you. I'm going to go through Avery. I just haven't done it, but now I have time. This is Keely. You'll learn who she is. People have asked about Gabe. Gabe, during the time that Gabe and Brianna were together, and he's made this public, so I'm not speaking out of turn. He has a YouTube show about it. He was taking the hormones. He had the upper surgery and was, transitioning into a man. And I think there was another question. I do love the questions. So, not a question, a comment. Amanda says, I'm a bit behind still, but look how many trolls will stand and defend some of the creators. Yeah, it's easier than most people think to fall into cults. Sad and true. And it's not, there is no real check mark for a cult, check the mark. No, it could be that you stop thinking for yourself. So we know certain content creators that are telling lies. You're absolutely right, that are not being truthful, and their chat is not doing their own critical thinking. And that's the point that I tried to get across on Megan Fox's show. Let's all do our own critical thinking. And I appreciate and I'm drawn to people who critically think. They don't have to align with me. They just have to have the ability to think on their own. I think that's really attractive in any human being.
Conversion program. I know that these people are being pushed.
Keely Griffin is the highest ranking follower to defect.
You had to tell people, hey, God through Jeff is telling you that you're actually not a woman, you're a man. How did they take that?
Horribly. I mean, the look in their eyes is haunting. Anytime that someone would resist, we would have to report back and be like, oh, this person didn't want to accept that they're a man. Jeff and Shalia would then mark them on a list of people who needed to be watched and continually forced to accept. I did not want to do what I did, but I was still under the belief that that Jeff and Shalia were doing this for some good purpose, for love. I don't believe that anymore, and I regret what I did.
So I feel bad for Keely because she was a high-ranking member, and if you look back to, I think last week I aired my episode on the podcast, A Little Bit Culty, where Sarah Edmonton and her husband Nippy, I forget his last name, sorry, Nippy, they host the podcast A Little Bit Culty, and they were in Nexium, and they were the whistleblowers, but they were also the highest ranking executives who got everyone coming in. That's what Keely's a victim. but she has so much guilt for pushing people into this organization. And I just feel really bad for her, and I would love for her to come on and I would give you a hug.
A former volunteer CEO and coach, Keely is now a whistleblower, intent on setting fire to the Twin Flames universe and putting a stop to Shalia and Jeff Devine.
He has a very sick mind and has some sort of strange, sick desire to see people do whatever he tells them to do. I think he gets off on seeing them become his creation.
Keely lives in the United States. She doesn't want us to reveal exactly where.
Yeah, I don't want them to know where I live because I don't trust them at all with that information.
Keely joined TFU in 2018 and rose through the ranks into Jeff and Shalia's inner circle. She was the first student to be declared in harmonious union with her twin flame.
How are you guys doing today?
Doing great.
Good.
Oh, I'm so happy to have you here today.
They needed another couple to prove that what they were teaching was real.
How's your relationship going today, oh married couple?
It's good.
Good.
Yeah, it's getting better and better.
In a period of just 3 months, Keely says she was pressured to move across the country to live with her twin flame.
Can you two please stand up for one more round of applause for the two of you? Please stand.
My role was to bring people in and feed them basically to like a monster. I would.
You want to hear something funny? As someone, as a family member, now I watched that clip when it was happening because they would put out promotional. You guys probably would never notice it, but I see half of Brianna's hair. Like I used to scour online every single clip, anything I could do to get a glimpse, and we'd be like, okay, she's in, I see her, she's there. So when I watch this video, I'm doing that right now. I'm like, oh, there she is, even though she was just at my house Saturday and she's lovely and happy.
It was used as bait to funnel more and more people in to pay Jeff and Shalia.
What's that like for you to say and to know?
It makes me hate myself.
I love you, Keely.
Yeah, I feel really bad.
Not your fault.
Jeff and Shalia had a message for those who were struggling with their new pairings and their new genders. Disobeying them was disobeying God.
So when God tells
This is such a great question, Courtney. She's curious how I feel about Scientology. So I am so furious of the acceptance that we have of Tom Cruise. And I fight with my husband because he loves Tom Cruise. You know what? After what I went through, and I might be a hypocrite, but I'm just going to be honest with you. I always thought like, oh, Scientologists, they're really into their religion. But it never occurred to me that it was a cult until, you know, all the documentaries came out about it. And I was still kind of willing. I think I would have looked the other way a little bit if it wasn't for my own experience. I think it's bullshit. I think it's what they're doing for kids is horrific. And it's okay, you know, people look the other way because these actors have a lot of money that contribute. And I just think that why aren't we boycotting their films? Why aren't we taking a stand against it? We don't. We accept it into our culture, and it's a cult. But I don't. So I try to my own little crusade over here. What am I doing? But I'm trying. I try to. If I
do something, you need to respect it. If he says that's your twin flame, respect it. If he says you are this, respect it. And sometimes it's going to be really, really, really hard. But if you don't, then you're a coward.
And this is so that you understand that your choice has been out of order, so you can make a new choice.
You can respect God's word, or you can throw a tantrum and be a little jerk, be an immature child, and then you're going to get spanked by the universe. Until you take the position of a completely obedient child, you're not.
Sarah, welcome to the chat. And hi, I know I have a ton of new people here, which is why we're doing this again. And I'm going to continue to do it, even though it gives me the ick, honestly, to do it. But it's good. It's good that we're here. Sarah says, good morning, chat. New here via Jolene. Just saying hi because I live a few miles from Twin Flames, Jeff and Shalia, Sutton's Bay compound. Also attended, the Northwest South Talk with Keely. Oh my gosh, really? I'm going to have to look. So you're local to this cult. I hear they have 16 families now living at the compound. I don't know if that's true, and I don't know how. Like, have they put up tiny houses? Are they in tents? Are they just buying up the neighborhood? I have a lot of questions about it. Yes, you should come on and talk to us. That would be fun. In a cult, like as much as talking about a cult can be fun.
To be happy.
They call it the all-seeing eye for a reason. You cannot escape God's gaze. Why would you want to?
Coercive control is very real, and it's done over time.
Your thoughts are controlled. You can't feel anger. You can't feel sadness. You can't be upset. So you're just like this zombie, like a walking shell of who you really are.
And it doesn't happen overnight. You don't walk into a door and it's this full wackadoodle story. It's like the frog in the pot. You turn it 1 degree at a time, and then suddenly you're boiling.
Coming up.
How many of your followers have transitioned?
In the beginning, there were quite a few. And that's, many of them.
Off we go.
Go, horsey, go.
Just a couple of parents out playing with their toddler in the snow. A picture-perfect scene of domesticity, Jeff and Shalia and their 2-year-old daughter, Grace. We were invited inside their 7,000 square foot mansion, decked out with a 3-car garage, sporting a Mercedes SUV, Porsche Cayenne, and Jeff's prized possession, his Corvette.
We had a good time outside.
Me too.
And fun on the sled.
Yeah.
How's my baby? Yeah.
It's a head-spinning contrast to the outrageous online personas of Jeff and Shalia Devine.
I just want to make everyone aware I'm looking and feeling very...
So no one really talks about, but I was following them very closely because Brianna was still in this when they were going through the child thing, the pregnancy thing, and it was wild. I don't know why no one's really written about this. They came out with this theory that they were going to be the Holy Trinity, and it was going to be, Mother Shalia, Father, Christ, Jeff, and then they needed to have a daughter, Grace. So they went through, they went to a fertilization clinic, and they were, I don't know what happened. They were pregnant, they weren't pregnant. People were online saying that, the clinic didn't want them to have a child, and then other people like, yes. So no one knew what happened. There were rumors that she was pregnant, that she definitely wasn't pregnant. She lost the pregnancy, but they were very specific. It has to be a girl because the girl would not be allowed to have any relationship except for with them. It's not talked about enough, and I didn't understand what was going on. And then she just got mad at the clinic. There was a falling out, and there was no pregnancy until like a year later, she had a baby. We were so shocked when she had a baby. We thought that it was they adopted. Well, like they had to adopt because you never saw her pregnant. You never saw her. And then Brianna told us, no, she was pregnant and only a few people knew. And it was like their fun little secret that they were keeping it from the world. So there's something funky going on there. And honestly, it's so gross. I don't even want to go. When I'm going through their social media, I keep the baby girl out of it. I feel really bad for her. And hopefully they change that Holy Trinity idea and notion that they have.
Very tired.
What?
I said I'm looking and feeling very tired.
I hate this. This creeps me out, how he talks to them. So you'll watch it. I'll stop.
Okay.
A follower who takes care of Grace hangs out in the background.
Maybe if you move your sweater and then you can come back after I read her story.
Okay.
It looks like I'm just sitting. In reality, I'm managing lots of things. I'm feeling lots of things. I feel like a man's job, at least for me, is to support my wife so she can support our child. And
how I feel about that.
Grace comes to me and we interact when she feels fit. Hey, Miss Christina. Charlie potted on the carpet here. Can you help us clean this up?
Jeff and Shalia say no one else lives with them in the house. That wasn't always the case. Select students were invited to live with them as part of something called Spiritual Boot Camp.
Here's the team. Boot camp team, what's up?
The promise was you're going to heal a lot because you're going to be really close to Jeff and Shalia. They're the guru. They're like the master Christ, the master healers.
Keely Griffin was a CEO in the Twinflames universe. Before she left, she compiled evidence, videos, and screen grabs of the way students were treated.
Sorry, I want to go back to that. Yeah, Miss Chris, I don't know because it might have been. First they said it was, so first of all, they did 2 rounds of IVF and it wasn't a ectopic pregnancy, but then she said it's gone. And then she came back on and said it wasn't gone. So there was just so much confusion and the whole thing was icky because all I could think of is you're bringing this child in to this union, not giving her freedom of choice right from the start. Right from the start. It was creepy. Hi, Keely. Isn't she beautiful?
Treated in the home. They were given a 14-page manual, not with spiritual teachings, but meticulous instructions on how to care for their dog and how to keep their house clean. Students had to waive their rights as tenants and sign this NDA with a $10,000 fine for breaking it.
I tried to capture some of the conversations just to show like how much control he has over these people and how horribly he treats them.
When you do my laundry, the white pants should be washed separately. Thank you.
Will do. Thank you. Dinner is served.
Chicken was tough for lunch. Steak is overcooked and tough. Waffles were underbaked.
Thank you for letting us know. We will improve.
They're doing everything for Jeff and Shalia, but they'll never be able to do it correctly. Like everything is a spiritual lesson, but really it's just an opportunity for Jeff to berate them and make them feel like nothing.
In the group chat, Shalia, called Ama or Mother, launches a text tirade about clumsy cleaning before 6:30 in the morning.
Do your dinner work or go back to mommy's shitty trash hole.
Can't say a nice word to you guys since you always relapse.
This is why you don't get treated with kindness and appreciation. You make people pity you. This is what you feed off. Pity. How sad.
That's gross, TBH.
When the boot camp student apologizes, Jeff texts back.
Groveling and being afraid of me don't make me respect you.
The student texts,
I will take responsibility for my mistakes and learn.
They were essentially servants.
Yeah. I think that's a nicer word for what I believe they really are. I think they were slaves.
Jeff and Shalia.
So I want to comment on this. Sarah says there was a lot of push. Sarah, we have to talk. So Sarah's in the community, Lynn, if you're listening to this. There's been a lot of pushback from the community, contacting local businesses, et cetera, that were hosting events, not aware. Many canceled TW events. Yeah. So we were, the families were calling. We were doing everything we can to bring awareness to the community. So it's first started, we called the police. I called the police, I called the FBI, but then, we were calling the politicians to say, do you know there's a cult in your sleepy town? And this is what's going on. And Llama Pajamas, I'm not bragging here, but I just want to say I'm a strong, independent, highly educated woman. And I almost strongly considered joining the classes too at a vulnerable time. Thank you for sharing that. And there's no shame here. That's how it starts. Something clicks and you go, maybe I can learn. They don't start off, these text messages you see don't happen until you've invested a lot of money and you want them to continue to like you. So they love bomb you, then you get sucked in, then you're part of the community and you're respected and they lean on you and then they start treating you like shit. It's an abusive relationship. And one of the things that the ex-cult members that I contacted said, and it's really interesting when I go back and read them all, and I'm so grateful I'm not in that headspace anymore because we were just like, what do we do? And they said, be a soft landing. No matter how crazy Brianna is, no matter how crazy the ideas are that she's running by you, be supportive. Tell me more. Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing. And it goes against your instinct. You want to grab her, you want to lock her up, you want to put her in a psych ward, you want to contain her and force her to see. And you can't force someone to change their mind. But what you can do is give them so much love. And we did it all the time. When she would make the trips home and she was a shell of herself and she was shaking and crying, we'd be like, oh, Brianna, come on, we're going to Auntie Lisa's to have coffee. And we literally sat around and had coffee and acted totally normal while she was just upset and emotional. And we didn't judge her. It was really hard to do. We didn't address it. She didn't want to go back, then she would go back, then she'd come home, and we were just consistently always there for her, always trying to get her back. So I say that so that if you know someone in an abusive relationship, if you're the soft landing, if you're the loving family that's supporting them compared to these text messages, you'll come up ahead. You'll come up ahead of time or come out ahead.
Say those allegations are knowingly absurd, baseless falsehoods, and extreme misrepresentations. The families of some of those living in the home started calling local and state police. We obtained this police welfare check involving a follower named Fedra. In this recorded meeting, Jeff laughs about it with a high-ranking TFU member named Chrissy.
Hi, officers. Can I help you? And they're like, is Phaedra here? And they're like, is she okay?
Oh, stop it.
She comes out in her apron and like talks to the cops. And the only thing I hear is the cops saying, okay, well, make sure you call your mom. And she's like, okay, officers. Angry ass cousin called the cops on us.
In fact, there have been numerous calls to police, tips coming in about labor trafficking and brainwashing. Police released to us an audio recording of another visit in 2020.
And we've been getting calls kind of nonstop for the last 2 weeks about this.
There might be labor trafficking in the way that you get people to do volunteer work.
People are claiming that you brainwash them.
Okay. How can I brainwash someone to do something against their will?
Is there a crime? Has a crime been committed? Is there about to be a crime committed?
Mike Borkovich is the sheriff for Leelanau County, Michigan.
Of course, your immediate concern is Jim Jones in Guyana and David Koresh. And we start looking around at different people and different cults.
Have you found any evidence of any wrongdoing, any crime?
We haven't found any evidence of any wrongdoing or crime.
The detectives showed up at my door to investigate me, and they were breathing down my throat to try to find out if, I was some psycho cult leader.
I called the police. I called the FBI. We all did. All the families did. Here's the problem. Current police training doesn't include anything around the cult. This is very niche. And what can they do? They go and they say to Brianna, do you want to be here? She's in her 20s. Yeah, I want to be here. And you under the influence of anything? Nope. Okay. Well, so it's really hard to prove. They're going to get them on labor laws and they're going to get them on tax evasion, hopefully.
Brainwashing people. Big scary Jeff and Shalia. Ah! We're going to come and eat your children.
Keely also has documents about something called the Golden Parent Initiative.
Jeff wants to control people. He likes to have every aspect of their lives controlled.
In this post, Shalia invites couples to birth so-called golden children. They would grow up to be paired with other children from within the community. Keely says those who couldn't physically get pregnant were told they could use a sperm donor who had to be approved by Jeff. Former members believe it was an attempt to breed a new generation of followers.
Today we're going to talk about how to survive a twin flame cult.
In the wake of the media frenzy and the police visits, Jeff...
Amanda, it's in Michigan. I forget the town. Sarah, you probably know the town.
Posted this strangely edited video online.
What is a cult? A cult is like where an organization is systematically sapping you of your energy for its own insane ideas. And if you're in a twin flame cult, they're going to want your money. That's obvious. It's kind of hard to get into a cult on the internet, isn't it? How are you going to drink the poison if it's on the internet? Like, don't you have to be a part of a community that all lives on a farm or something?
A farm? Well, guess what?
They wanted me to start building this farm that the coaches were going to live in Michigan.
A compound.
A compound, yeah.
Keely says Jeff and Shalia pressured her to find farmland and move to Michigan. And when she didn't,
they told us, you need to make this move now, or you are completely out of alignment with your guru and bad things are going to happen.
16 followers now live in northern Michigan.
I fear for the lives of the people in the cult. I think that it's only going to grow, and there's plenty of horrible things that will happen when Jeff and Shalia have all of those people literally within arm's length.
Coming up.
I've never been so happy in my entire life. I'm such a better person. And I love myself so much. And he's taught me that.
It's so creepy. Thank you for everyone who's here. This is a long one for me, but it's the first day of my sabbatical, so I don't have to rush off like I normally do, and I'm enjoying this, so thank you for learning with me. Sarah, I'm really intrigued from your point of view of what you see in your community, having a cult be in the community in this. So this will go into it in some more detail, what the place is like. And thank you to all the new members who are here. It's a pleasure to have you in the chat.
Traverse City, Michigan is known as the cherry capital of the world.
Our story stems from the arrival of the Montmorency cherry.
But this tight-knit community is now on the map for another reason. It's home base for the controversial spiritual community Twinflames Universe. Once only online, 16 followers have now moved here to be closer to their leaders, Jeff and Shalia Divine.
Thank you.
In 2024, there was a 4-day spiritual summit in Traverse City with about 100 followers from around the world. Jeff and Shalia have been keeping a low profile since the media frenzy surrounding their community, the avalanche of exposés and docuseries. They have refused all interviews, but now they've hired a crisis management PR team and want their story out. I'm driving into the heart of the Twinflames universe. Jeff and Shalia have invited me to a Christmas party with their followers, some of whom have uprooted their lives and moved here to be closer to their controversial gurus.
You guys, I'm sending gift memberships. I've never done this before. I have no idea how to do this. This is so fun. Hold on. I've never done it, and I apparently have a lot, so don't mind me. I'm playing with, I never usually go into my live streaming when I'm doing this because I find it distracting. But I don't know how many they give you, but that was fun. So there you go. I did that. We're learning things on this channel together.
Hi.
Hello. How are you?
Thank you for coming.
Hey, good to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
We're looking forward to sharing our side and being able to maybe speak a bit about it. Yeah.
Congratulations to everyone that got a gift. I can't pick who they go to. I just know I'm just clicking buttons and it says, hey, you've got memberships to give away or something like that. So I clicked it and it just sends it randomly. If you never receive a gift, we'll do this Thursday. I'm going to take a note. I'll teach you on Thursday how to make sure you have enabled accepting gifts from streamers. Okay. This is Michigan. This is their house. You're going to see Gabe. I'm going to pause it.
I got to let you guys go back to your party.
Okay,
I feel like I'm hogging.
I think we gotta, okay, so we're ready. Everyone's ready?
Pretty soon for White Elephant. I'm going to grab some sparkling grape juice here.
Yeah, I'll get some too. We'll mosey on over together and then we'll.
Looks like the worst Christmas
This is the
party ever.
Twinflames Universe Inner Circle, some of the 16 members who have moved here from across the country and around the world. They're all coaches,
Don't tell
volunteers
anyone.
with the church. Some also work in this house as a nanny,
about Johnny?
cook, and cleaner.
Mom, you're getting baby zoned here.
Baby zone, should we find a toy or something?
They gather in the living room
Maybe we could fit some more people.
If one more person can fit on the couch.
for a Christmas present
Worst office
exchange.
party ever.
That's hilarious.
That's Apple Boy.
Thank you. A nice inside joke. We'll keep this one. It's Oracle card.
Lego. We all got each other nice gifts. Worked out good.
This is Gabe, who wrote that post about becoming a man. He's no longer with his twin flame.
That's Gabe. That, in case you weren't here earlier, and I'm not like fat shaming or masculine shaming, but that's Gretchen. Brianna is my niece, the dark-haired one. Gretchen is now Gabe.
Adam and Brianne.
By the way, I reached out to Gretchen's family at the time and they were in the South somewhere. And I found them through my sleuthing because I thought maybe together we could join forces and bring our kids back home. And that was an avenue that we tried to pursue. Didn't work out. Didn't work out. I ended up scaring the crap out of her 21-year-old brother, I think.
And are amongst the longest serving followers. They agreed to sit down to explain why Twinflames Universe is not a cult. People believe you are brainwashed and that you're in a cult.
Yeah.
And it's funny.
I guess it feels far-fetched.
I don't function well with being told what to do or anything like that. So I don't think I would do well in a cult or anything like that. So
It's very hard to interview someone about whether or not they're brainwashed, because if you're brainwashed, you wouldn't know.
I mean,
I guess.
Do brainwashed people know that they're brainwashed? I don't think they do.
no, I don't think that they do. I feel like I would sense that, or there would be an understanding.
Brienne and Adam have been married for 5 years. They deny their union was orchestrated by Jeff and Shalia.
they were not a part of that. So we figured that out on our own. So yeah.
We just started talking on our own and developed a friendship.
But a different story emerges in this text conversation between former follower Angie and Brienne from right before Brienne's harmonious union was announced to the community. Adam is messaging me, and I'm paranoid because I don't want him to be my TF, twin flame. I don't want to. This is upsetting to me. Brienne shares a screen grab of her telling Adam she's upset and doesn't feel an attraction. Adam texts back, I'm sorry you're upset. This is what God has presented me with, and I've fully devoted to him. It's been a lot to process today as well. I don't see it, she texts Angie with a picture of her and Adam. Brienne writes that the harmonious union has been confirmed by her coach, Keely, and then goes on to describe Adam as lazy and messy, that she's repulsed by him, and that the last thing she wants is to be intimate with him.
I don't mean to laugh, but like, this is what these connections all thought of each other. Could you imagine? And you do stop and think like, well, why wouldn't you run? But these people, it's a power thing. They're powerful. You've respected them. And they're like, no, listen to me. If you run, you're going to miss out on your true twin flame. But I just laugh because like, if I was on a dating site, like I'd run. Not that I've ever been on a dating site. I've been married for over 30 years.
You didn't speak to other people and say that you had zero desire for Adam and that you did not want this pairing to go ahead.
Well, I mean, there were like me and Adam were moving through upsets in our union, and I probably shared something from, upsets, but it was an upset. It was something that I was healing through, right? It wasn't, it was just an upset. It was something that I healed.
Adam joined Twin Flames universe as a woman and denies there was any pressure to transition to a man.
So you didn't have any kind of a challenge in accepting this divine masculine concept?
I feel like I had, but this was just an upset with myself in terms of like accepting that I had a little bit of like, it's just me, like, oh, this feels a bit weird. But I was like, right, who you are. You know that there's something, right?
This allegation that people are being pressured, coerced, or led into making a decision about their gender is horrifying.
Yeah. Well, I agree that would be a concern, right? It's like if that was the thing, then.
18 members of the Twin Flames universe have transitioned.
When you look at the numbers, do you find that at all unusual?
I don't feel like it's so many, though.
We don't know how many were questioning their gender before joining the group, and they insist they weren't pressured. It was their choice to transition. Brienne and Adam are both certified Master Ascension coaches, a level above regular coaches, certified by Jeff.
They don't have any expertise. They're not therapists.
Keely Griffin, who left TFU in 2021, says she and other coaches were wholly untrained to handle people's trauma.
These clients are coming in with all sorts of issues, like being molested as children, and then they're told by the coaches to just do the mirror exercise.
Which means you take responsibility for your own abuse.
Exactly. Like, that's your fault now, which is like just so traumatizing in itself. I was in these sessions listening to people telling me, I'm suicidal. I don't want to be here anymore.
What kind of training do you have to take people into their trauma?
Coaches are consistently having evaluations and things of that nature to make sure that they're just checks and balances.
And who's doing the checks and balances?
Who does the checks and balances?
Well, those are the most experienced coaches, basically.
You guys are the most experienced.
Yeah.
What is the checks and balances?
Well, you got to make sure they're, following, you like to be a coach, like you can't just go off on your own. Like we're not responsible for people's health and, that.
So these people are, oh my gosh, this is crazy. So imagine that though. Imagine people who have really been abused in their life, and then you're telling them to blame themselves for their abuse. That's unforgiving.
For their doctor to take care of, right?
Critics say students are subjected to potential emotional harm and that the coaches face financial harm. They have to hand over 50% of their earnings to Jeff and Shalia. I can understand why Jeff and Shalia like this business model, because they're at the top of the hill in that beautiful house, taking half of the salary of the people who are coaches. I just don't quite understand why you guys are okay with that model.
It's a win-win for both sides, right? I don't see it as I'm losing anything. I feel like my life has changed in so many beautiful ways, and I feel I'm winning just as much as anyone else.
Brianne and Adam both feel that their community has been unfairly portrayed in the media.
We're not victims. Like, we have choice and free will. And I mean, I'm happy. I'm genuinely happy. Yeah.
And you are too?
I am.
Do you have the life that you desire?
Zach, what is her channel? Is it ATS? Is that the channel? We'll drop it. I'll look for it while this is playing because I know my mods are working and they're busy. But thank you.
I do. I feel like I'm more myself now than ever, basically.
Coming up.
We don't harm people.
You don't know the truth. You're being lied to. My hate squad, the useless little group of haters who want to pin me as a psychopath.
Isn't this a lot? I couldn't watch this whole thing in one sitting, but I can watch it with you guys because I'm breaking it up and talking. It's so icky. So thank you for being here with me. I always say this if you're new to the channel when I'm talking about the cult, which is why I can't talk about the cult only. I have to do other things because it's icky, but we need to stay on it. We need to bring awareness.
Former high-ranking follower Keely Griffin is in Jeff's so-called hate squad.
They're criminals. These people are con artists.
Keely believes she has evidence of a crime, and it involves the online church Jeff and Shalia set up. Her computer is filled with files from 2 hard drives, hundreds of hours of recorded meetings and documents. In this video, Jeff clearly outlines his reasons for setting up the Church of Union.
You're basically taxed at a share level, and then you're taxed again at an income level. So
Sounds like death to me.
yeah, it doesn't sound good.
I've got the solution.
Yes, what's that?
We're going to turn part of our company into a religion.
Oh, good.
Just like that, the religion is born.
So a very small company, licensed stuff to the religion who will pay us all of the money that is earned through it. This way, our ship is completely protected forever and ever. Nothing can ever hurt us. We pay no taxes on that part of the company. And in this way, like, I don't have to pay people. I can just have volunteers. And and no one sues a religion. And also, it opens us up to receive donations. Yeah, this is much more.
I mean, right there. Can't we arrest him and charge him with that right there? Like, oh, you know what? If I hide behind the church, he doesn't have to pay for a physical church, doesn't have actual services. It's all online. Everything's online. Okay, I found ATS. I'm subscribed to you. Yay. We love supporting channels here. And Zach must have already told me to, someone must have told me to subscribe to you. So I'm already subscribed. Everyone go subscribe to ATS News, anything we can do to help support all of our channels out there. It's awesome and amazing. We love it.
More marketable for
This
us,
is
too.
more marketable, I think.
They started out by saying we're not a religion and we don't even like religion. And then somewhere along the lines, when they realized that they could pay less taxes, they thought it would be a good idea for them to become a church.
Twinflames Universe is a for-profit company. So too is their mind alignment process, Divine Dish, and Divine Gaming. The Church of Union was set up as a nonprofit in 2020. There is no actual church, just a website where sermons are posted on Sundays.
Convenient.
Chrissy and Jason Emmerich are the directors of the Church of Union. In fact, Chrissy is in charge of church finances. There is videotape of Jeff categorically saying the Church of Union is going to be set up so we can avoid paying taxes, right?
It's not true. Like that is not accurate information. Like
these are his words.
Right, but that's not what's happening.
Would you be comfortable opening up your books on the Church of Union to show full transparency and what's coming in and what's going out?
Ultimately, that's not like my decision to make.
Jeff and Shalia
They're shady as fuck. Every single person, like, why weren't these people prepped before you go on stage, before you do anything? You would think they would have some coaching. There's a PR firm involved. I'm just shocked that they come off. Every single couple, every single person comes off so shady. Like, weren't they prepared for this? And Jeff, yeah, I would have said, yeah, he was joking around. He says that he didn't mean it. He's the second coming to Christ. This has nothing to, like, at least have a talking point. They just stare at the camera like, didn't expect you to ask me that.
Used that request, and so we dug up the publicly available tax filings. Over a 4-year period, the Church of Union claimed more than $500,000 in expenses. They don't even have a physical church. This is mostly just YouTube sermons. $39,000 in legal fees, some to pay for defamation lawsuits. $45,000 for PR support, almost $100,000 on IT expenses, and $260,000 for independent contractors and something called contractor programming. Jeff and Shalia refused our requests for more details on just where that $250,000 went. We did discover this credit listing the church as an investor in one of their for-profit companies called Divine Gaming. You're the financial officer for the Church of Union.
Yes.
So if there were ever to be discovered fraud, you would be the one that would be kind of holding the bag for that.
Yes, I think I would be involved in that, of course, because I'm the one that's doing.
I don't know what Divine Gaming is. That's one of the ones that I didn't dig into at all. So Divine Dish, just to be clear, is stupid recipes that you can get off of, the internet. And all of their courses, all of their subsidiaries are supported by their members. They strongly encourage your member. I mean, if you're a member, you're doing Divine Dish. That means you are paying a monthly fee to get handed your weekly recipe, and then you go shop and do all your own cooking, but they're telling you what to eat. Again, that goes with the cult mindset of let's control every aspect of your life. So you don't have to think, just trust us, give us all of your control, and we make the right decisions for you. This is Chrissy. I have a special dislike for Chrissy because she ended up being Brianna's ascension coach and she's pretty high up, so that's like a privilege. But her main purpose in Brianna's life was to get her back with Gabe to first of all, make her happy with Gabe. And when Brianna left in the middle of the night with her dog and we had planned this escape, she continued to stay with Twinflames, but not with Gabe. And the whole time Chrissy was her coach trying to convince her to come back. So I have a special dislike for her. So maybe that's why my comments are going to be really negative right now. I just want to warn you.
The finances, and we've talked to specialists and experts to make sure that we're doing everything properly, and we will continue to do that.
We know the Internal Revenue Service, the IRS, has gathered information on the Church of Union. They tell us federal privacy laws prohibit them from confirming or denying ongoing investigations. Regardless, the Church of Union has conducted some traditional church-like activities. There was a wedding in Sedona.
You may now seal these vows with true love's kiss.
And another in Traverse City in 2024.
You may now seal these vows with a kiss.
Most weddings, though, are conducted online.
And we are pleased to present the newlyweds, Mr. and Mrs. Hendel.
At least 3 of these followers changed their genders and moved to other countries to live with their so-called twin flame. Those who contemplate getting married or even engaged without the Church of Union face the wrath of Jeff and Shalia.
Don't you dare get married without the church. If you're here absorbing my teaching, don't you dare. Or f off. And actually, when you f off, that's it. Gone by. You have expended your opportunity. We're very flexible with allowing freedom. But where freedom is abused, it will be taken from you.
And this is not in any way unreasonable, what Jeff and I are saying and what we're asking.
It's excruciatingly generous, as always.
It's generous.
I know what the f I'm talking about. And if you don't think that, f off. Bye.
Coming up.
I have so much love for Jesus. It was so hard for me to leave that all behind and follow my truth.
Twinflames universe is in full damage.
Yeah, Amanda, I wish, so people will say, they even asked me on a little bit culty, like, what would you do differently? We did not look into this. Brianna was 24, 25, an adulting, living on her own. She talked about it. We were excited. Oh, you haven't, like how I would probably be like, oh, I'm in this new YouTube community. No, just kidding. But I would look into it. I would join it. I would have right from the beginning paid attention. And I think it's important for any age group, right? If someone's going down a certain path, look into it. And that's the one thing that we didn't do. We didn't look into it. this is a different type of cult, right? A lot of this took place online and it really increased during the pandemic.
Control mode.
Everybody was stuck at home.
We're not a cult. It's not physically possible to brainwash someone online.
Followers recently posted these videos to give their side of a story that's been covered without their voices by Netflix, Amazon, Vanity Fair, and Vice.
What we saw in the media was just like a salacious attempt with like cherry picking thousands of videos.
I was guided to like explore myself. No one forced me to change my name, change my gender, change my have surgeries.
Obviously, Jeff is not God. Jeff never said that he was God.
It's an attempt to change the narrative about their community, a PR campaign that now includes me. Chrissy and Jason Emmerich have opened up their home and invited us in.
I have sessions today, a couple sessions.
High side gig. Yeah, you're right. They do use it. And all I always think about is the pyramid. It's a pyramid scheme. It's a pyramid scheme.
Today. And I love my life with Jay. I absolutely love it. I love spending time with this man. I never get.
Do these two look like they're in love? I told you, I dislike her, so I'm going to be nasty. They do not look like a couple. They don't even look like they like each other. That's like the constant theme I see with every couple is they don't really like each other. But maybe in the twin flame world, you're not even supposed to like. I like my husband. I like him. Not every day, but mostly I like him.
Tired of him. I always want to spend time with him.
Chrissy and Jason have been together for what they say is the best 5 years of their lives.
Are you happy in your life?
Yeah.
And you have everything that was promised to you when you first joined Twin Flames Universe?
I think the only thing that was promised to me was my twin flame. So yeah.
Jason and Chrissy started out living together as a so-called soul family, each believing someone else was their twin flame. And then they got the call.
Jeff was like, well, we really think you guys should explore that you two are twin flames.
Because you were really freaked out at first. It's like, that's not what you wanted.
No. Right. Like, I mean, we were on this journey for, what was it, 2 or 3 years thinking that like it was someone else. And so there's a lot to process there.
Right.
But did it ever strike you as odd that all of a sudden you two are actually twin flames? Like, it's just a bit hard for an outsider to grasp.
It's not like they're matchmaking people in any way. They're just like, hey, you guys have a connection here. Why don't you explore it and see what's there? Sometimes it resulted in twin flames. Sometimes it didn't.
Welcome to Creating in the Kitchen.
Jason, a trained chef, runs Divine Dish, a division of Twin Flames Universe. For $129 a month, followers receive emailed recipes with a side dish of some wild claims.
We're now bringing you Divine Dish, which is actually the solution for world hunger and starvation.
What makes food divine?
It's curated through God.
So Jeff gets the recipes from God.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, that sounds a little bit weird.
I think
Which part?
The God giving recipes to Jeff.
Well, I think he just uses like, it's not like, the lightning bolt comes down and he hammers into a tablet. Those days are over, I believe.
It's another intimate way of gaining control. You don't get a choice to decide what kind of food you're putting in your body to nourish you.
Former Twin Flame CEO Keely Griffin says there's pressure for followers to subscribe.
People gain weight really rapidly.
How much weight did you gain?
I gained 80 pounds.
80 pounds, Keely.
Yeah, it's a lot.
No one is pressured, in my opinion.
Well, who's responsible for them feeling pressured?
Right.
While Jason runs Divine Dish, Chrissy is at the helm of a controversial Twin Flames Universe business called the Mind Alignment Process, or MAP.
I am Dr. Chrissy Kay, the CEO of Mind Alignment Process Incorporated.
She calls herself doctor because she has a PhD in public safety leadership. Chrissy recently retired as a lieutenant colonel in the U.S. military. MAP claims to heal the core of trauma in just one session.
It's healed hundreds of people of their trauma, some of them PTSD, which is supposedly incurable. But what MAP does is it goes to the root of a trauma, and it brings peace there. And then with peace brought to that root, there is no longer a need for your disease, and it goes away.
In other words, do the mirror exercise to heal the trauma that's causing disease. The 12-week program costs over $2,000 US.
What is Jeff or Shalia's expertise in developing a mind alignment program?
So I think that I know that Shalia has she took some psychology courses in school, but if you're looking at like therapists or they don't have that level of credentialing.
Jeff and Shalia have no expertise in developing a program that claims to heal PTSD and childhood trauma.
Well, they did create a program that does
They
that.
created it, but what credentials or experience do they have that gives them the authority to do that? Not a psychology course in college.
Well, it's not an invasive
It's not an
process.
invasive.
So they're stumbling over this, right? No one prepped them. They can't do anything. Side Gig says he is probably going to start marking people somehow. Oh yeah, the branding. Yeah, Keith Raniere did that. He did that to Sarah, who had me on the Little Bit Culty. Isn't that sick? They didn't do that type of branding, but I'll show you this ad that I saw. They, which, you know, is lies. So imagine you can take pictures. I mean, even during the course of this 2-hour stream so far, anyone could find a picture of me and make fun of me like mid blink, mid whatever. So this was an ad that Twinflames Universe put out. It's all Brianna Manalo before the party girl pursuing soulmates. Brianna was a teacher. I mean, a high school teacher. She was in technology after she was teaching. She went to Thailand to teach little children how to speak English. She was not a party girl, okay? So plus, does that even look like, what does that even mean? And then before, she was also sad, lonely, depressed. No, no, no. And then they show pictures of her being happy and in love. It's the stupidest marketing I've ever seen. Yeah, that's my niece. The dark hair is Brianna, and that is Gabe. Yeah, that's Sister Lynn. If you see Sister Linny on the Sister Show, she is Bree's mom. Yep. Yep. I love the interviewer. So Avery Haines was on my show, in case you missed it, Amanda. She was on my show from, I think it was in December. I had just started a YouTube channel, and I told her I was going to go over the documentary. And she said she was wonderful. She's really, and she's a good investigative journalist. So she knew what she was talking about. Let's go back to Chrissy. Look at me.
So there's no medical degree needed.
There is a disclaimer on the website that the diagnosis and treatment of PTSD requires trained medical professionals, and that MAP practitioners are not trained medical professionals or counselors.
How is it?
Jason and Chrissy say they...
Amanda, I love the questions. I'm just new to YouTube, so my chat's just getting going. We have a really nice, friendly chat. You could put anything you want in the chat. We're no name calling, but we're friendly and we love the questions. So keep them coming.
Love their life and want others to experience what they have. When I bring up concerns that this is a cult, Jason asks a question.
What metric are they using to like make it be a cult?
It's a charismatic leader
Okay.
who has control over people, but they may not recognize the control that he has. Control to choose who they love or to choose their gender. That they would dedicate their whole life to that leader and would fund him.
Yeah, if all those things were true, then that would be a cult.
Right,
But
but
that's
not the case.
What's happening here?
To tell me I have a PhD, like I'm an academic, I'm a professional, and to tell me that all of my critical thinking skills no longer apply because you don't agree with my lifestyle is preposterous to me.
Coming up.
Yeah, it was special. It's kind of like the end of an era of my life.
So you're going to be filming us sitting down? Is that what you mean?
Yeah,
Okay.
film all that.
Jeff and Shalia Devine have a long list of allegations against them. They deny every single one and say they are the victims of cancel culture.
There are people who paint you both as puppet masters, as cult leaders, who have a level of control over people who are very vulnerable.
We are not puppet masters. We are not over-exercising our control to get people to do things that we want them to do. I appreciate this opportunity to be able to share our side of the story, to tell people, like, you may not believe me.
He stops looking at me and makes a direct appeal to camera.
Please hear what we have to say. Please listen to our students. They are not brainwashed. This is not a cult. This is a textbook example of cancel culture.
Explain that for me.
Well, I think she's probably the better person to explain that. She's the one doing all the studying of it all.
Well, there was a reaction towards us, and it got shared all around the internet, and it got picked up, and then it just kept snowballing and snowballing.
You have described yourself as the Master Christ.
It's a spiritual exploration. And, this cancel culture takes everything super out of context to make it look like I'm some megalomaniac who's using these strange titles to claim power, or they say that I think I'm Jesus. And that's just so silly.
But you have said you think you're Jesus.
Where do you have me quoted saying, I think I'm Jesus? That's absurd. I've never said that.
Holy, holy, holy. I figure y'all.
But he has said this.
And I'm not hiding anything. Like, I'm literally telling you I'm Christ.
Because God's been telling us, we're the second coming of the Christ.
I'm banging the Christ.
With all the pictures we see depicted of Jesus, he kind of looks that way. And so like, haha, I'm with Jesus. He's not Jesus. I don't believe that at all.
None of my students think I'm Jesus.
Have you told people to change genders?
We encourage people to explore. And I hesitate to answer that question in the way that I'm feeling led to answer that question, which is yes or no. But the reality
It kind of is a yes or no, Jeff. Like it kind of is.
There's context here. The answer to your question is we encourage people to explore their spiritual, their inner world. And it's just an invitation to explore.
Except in the concerns about Twinflames universe, the biggest, most harmful allegation is that you are dictating people's gender and that they are taking it to extreme lengths, including having surgeries and hormone therapies and changing their gender.
Well,
and so I think it's a fair question.
Of course.
That's a yes or a no, and there's not really a ton of nuance in it.
Great.
So is it a yes or a no?
We've invited people to explore their gender.
And that invitation to explore gender comes from God?
No, it comes from a human talking to a human.
No, but do you get the message from God that someone is in the wrong gender?
If you could give me a moment to collect myself. Thank you.
Isn't it like just so funny? Stop it. Look who's here. Hi, Lynn.
Hello, how are you?
This is, your hair looks pretty. This is Sister Lynn, everyone. Say hi, the mother of Brianna. And whenever I'm showing this, Lynn, and I know you always tell me, no, you do it. I always feel like I love your input because it's your story. And I just always want to make sure I get it right because sometimes I get it wrong.
It's all of our story. And we do the best we can with it. I don't have it, down pat either. So
No. What are you doing? So Sister Lynn is here. Lynn's our famous YouTuber. She was reluctant to get on camera for Sister Night and to be part of this, but now she's starting her own channel because she's so successful and popular.
Oh yeah, right. No, that's not. I'm not doing that.
Want me to
See
keep
very
playing
well.
it? Do you have anything to say? What'd you
I
say?
don't know
You
where
can't
you
see
are.
it? Oh, Jeff's
No,
about to cry.
Oh, okay. No, I don't have my glasses on. It's okay. Go
Okay.
ahead.
All right.
Oh, Jeff's about to cry.
He's talking to Jesus. Be
God is a
quiet.
loving being. God wants the best for us. I am not God. I have never claimed to be God.
So my question was, do you get a message from God about somebody's gender?
It doesn't work that way, no.
There's no channeling from God about what someone's gender should be?
So we as professionals get intuitive hits, you might say. Hey, this might be a good idea. It's explorative. Like this heavy frame is just not the reality.
But Jeff, it's a heavy consequence to have kind of a whim that someone might be a different gender.
It's not a whim. I get how this all looks, but it's just not true.
Jeff was saying, like, we could see on the spiritual horizon. And because Jeff and I, we live in twin flame union, it's like we see color where someone is colorblind. Like we can see that.
And first, I hardly believe that the LGBTQ plus community would agree that changing your gender is an entirely harmful thing.
It's absolutely not a harmful thing unless someone else is telling you that you are the wrong gender.
Sure.
And then it's a very harmful thing.
This is not, once again, it's not something that's imposed upon you. You can't impose things upon people on their spiritual journey.
We were their direct guide. They can choose not to do it or not to,
If you have an element of control over them or sway over them.
Okay.
And they hear you say that and they know that it will please you.
We don't encourage that kind of power dynamic.
Yeah.
Huh.
You don't?
No.
Really?
You're my student.
Okay, don't we love Avery, Lynn?
Oh,
Avery
absolutely.
Best. She doesn't let
Phenomenal.
them get off with these answers. She's
No.
like, No, you did say that. We have you on film saying that. And she's just,
Right.
she was such a good interviewer.
Oh,
Everyone's
yeah.
loving you, Lynn, in the chat, and they're telling you, we want Lynn, we want Lynn. I
Oh,
know.
they're so sweet. No,
I know.
no,
We have such, Andrea says, you guys have such a strong, beautiful family. I love to see it.
Oh, thank you.
So how, is it sunny out or how it looks cloudy? Is it cloudy? I haven't
It's
been out.
cloudy.
I haven't been out of my command center. So this was a good day for me to
Put
spend.
my little hubby on. How about that?
Oh, hi, Bowie. Bowie came to the cookout at night. Then he got in
did.
trouble. Then he got in trouble and he went in prison. But he had
Yes,
fun.
he
Him
did.
and Prince. He's the only dog, really, that Murph and Bowie are the only dogs my Prince will get along with. He hates dogs. All right, we'll continue.
You do not school me. You should shut the f up and listen.
Your choice has been out of order, so you can make a new choice.
We're very flexible with allowing freedom. But where freedom is abused, it will be taken from you. You.
Hey, Lynn, I don't know if you were watching or listening. You probably were in and out. Sarah lives in the same town as their compound. And she's on the, posted her
Oh, really?
message. She came from Jolene, but so she's like, she's been giving us insight about how the town views them and what the community, like canceling events and things like that.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to go back. No, I haven't. This is the first I've turned on.
Okay.
So I'll have to go back and look at all the comments.
Yeah, we
and
have a
see.
lot of new people from Jolene, which I will shout out Jolene. We love you.
Oh,
Thank you.
absolutely. She's
Thank you so
phenomenal.
much for bringing the. She's funny. She's like my two worlds collide. Jolene brought me here, and she lives in the town with them. And I think she said they bought 2 houses so far, and that's where the commune is. Yeah, we love Jolene.
Oh yeah, I think there's a bunch of houses, isn't there?
I don't
Go
know.
ahead.
I'll have to go back and look at a chat. I think she said there were 2 houses, but
2?
I don't know what it
Okay.
looks like. I don't know what the compound looks like.
Yeah.
You probably have seen me yelling at my students. It's not abuse. In fact, people felt really loved and cared for when I would yell at them in classes. They felt like someone cares about me enough to yell at me, because it's uncomfortable to yell at people. I don't want to do that if I don't have to, but I love these people. And so I put myself on.
Lynn, isn't it gross to hear him?
Yeah.
Don't you just-
Yeah, he's
I mean,
gross.
it's gross and it makes me sick. And I'm so glad we're doing it, but I always am like, oh my God, it's just so awful. The other thing is, and you can shut your video off if you don't want to be on video. Oh no, you're good. You're sitting down now. I was gonna say if you're walking around with Bowie. He's lying. He called up.
Yeah.
He would call people's coaches and say, I had a vision and Brianna has to be with Gretchen. I mean, he's backtracking that now, saying he didn't do that, but he 100% did it.
It's been revealed. Right. Oh yeah. Because when Brianna came to me, she said, it's been revealed that I'm, who my divine masculine is. And it's a woman, but she's not a woman. She's a masculine entity trapped in a female body or some.
You just cut out Linny. Linny's backyard has horrible Wi-Fi, but that's okay. We'll
the line in order to be able to help people.
But the people who are on the receiving end of that, who are no longer part of the community, felt bullied and manipulated and exploited by you.
Of course. Is it okay if I grab some water?
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Do you know where my Fiji went?
No. You may need to get a new one.
Okay.
He's irritated. He doesn't have his Fiji.
So, Jeff, you talk about yelling at people lets them know that you actually are showing them love.
No, but kind of.
In this topsy-turvy universe, love is expressed in anger, and hate is a consequence of love.
Why are you the lightning rod for so much hate?
I think because we love people.
It doesn't make sense, Jeff. The equation doesn't add up. People who love don't usually receive hate. I just don't
love you, Avery.
That's not true. Look at history.
Okay, tell me.
Well, I'm not the.
Well, you look at, for instance, like a lot of like historical figures, like Martin Luther King. I grew up Catholic, so I think of Jesus. Like he was just loving everybody, even though it was difficult.
When you love people deeply, it touches parts of their hearts and themselves that are hurt, and so that can cause that hurt to come out.
Jeff and Shalia deny they set up the church to evade taxes and deny they are exploiting followers financially.
What are the different businesses that are in the Twin Flames universe umbrella?
I mean, we're here to talk about Twin Flames.
But that's part of it, right?
What are you here to talk about? Like, you know, I'm not trying to be evasive here, but like, you're starting to get into a whole lot more subject.
Did you guys set up the church specifically to avoid taxes?
No.
So we're the church's largest donor. It's designed to support the spiritual community and the spiritual teaching.
Yeah.
So there was no videotape discussion about how to avoid paying taxes and setting up a church?
In business, it's very normal to minimize your tax burden. Why would you pay more taxes than you are supposed to? We've always ensured we pay our fair share of taxes. You can't avoid the tax person. There's no way around that.
There are PR fees in your church filings.
Okay.
Well, how does that get explained?
I mean, our whole community came together to pay that. Like we're all paying
community
to support.
Is impacted by what happened. It didn't just happen to Jeff and I. It happened to everyone that's in our community.
But why would that come out of the church?
It comes out of the whole community of which we are a part and of which we contribute to the largest amount.
Well, like, what are you guys doing to make money? Like, you're making money off the coaches because they're giving you 50% of their salary.
What you're saying is, what do we do to make money?
Exactly.
You're asking me, really, what do I do to provide value for my community?
No, what do you do to make money?
Well, I provide value for my community.
Oh, I love her. I love her. She's just like, she's in their face with questions. And so he said it right there. And I thought I said this earlier, but just to, emphasize, the coaches get paid money, but half of it has to go to them, which is crazy. So they get half of everything.
Right.
Yeah. Is that crazy? I love Avery.
But just in terms of bringing money in to support your lifestyle, where does that money come from?
Well, the money is, okay, so it's fine, it's fair. Might not look like I have a particular, job, like, making the food. Actually, one of my jobs is making the food.
Stop touching your hair. I hate the hair touching.
And I do design the menus for Divine Dish. It's a creative level things. It's entrepreneurial endeavor. If there's some sort of perception that we don't do anything, we're just profiting all, it's absolutely upside down. We work incredibly hard. And,
Twice in the interview, Jeff, out of the blue, starts crying over his love for Jesus.
I grew up Catholic, and I left the religion in the church because of their stance on gay marriage. I felt that if two people loved each other, they should, I'm very passionate about this. They should be allowed to get married. It was so painful to leave my church. I have so much love for Jesus. It was so hard for me to leave that all behind and follow my truth. But it was the right thing to do.
Jeff and Shalia say their logic and intuition have led them to believe their toddler Grace will only have one lover, God.
We believe she's more like a monastic soul. Someone whose life path is dedicated to God as their love or lover alone. But I'm still going to teach her about, sex and sexuality.
This is just an idea that we have come to, and we're seeing where it goes.
They have abandoned altogether another idea, that concept of golden children, which former followers believe is an attempt to breed a larger community.
It was a passing idea, just a thought, just playing around with an idea.
It's kind of strange, kind of weird.
Yeah.
Seemed maybe cool.
Seemed like a cool idea.
Explored it for a short time and let it go.
And then it wasn't like a big deal or anything.
Do you think that it's possible that you will one day see inviting people to explore the divine masculinity as a silly idea that you should move away from?
Yeah.
Part of your...
Yeah, any of it. There's no sacred cows here. Like even the twin flame concept, it's okay if it's misproven.
Followers have moved countries, married strangers, changed genders, based on teachings that no longer seem set in stone.
You guys are on a journey that people are following very closely because they believe in you.
Yeah.
And you're experimenting with things that...
They know that we're experimenting.
They know we're experimenting. Trust me, people have a mind of their own in our spiritual community. And
very much so.
They don't always listen to us. And that's okay. I don't really care. It's your life.
Is this all going to come crashing down?
No. I think, if anything, we're only going to continue to thrive.
Why are you getting all misty-eyed?
I'm thinking about Jesus. My love for Jesus. Yeah, so just thinking about that.
Not again. Why do I laugh so hard when he cries? Am I evil?
No, you're not evil. We know we can
It's
see
so
right through it.
fake. It's so wait, and who in the middle of a conversation just stops and says, "I have to cry because of my love for Jesus." It's so cringe.
How is your relationship?
It's really good.
So good.
Yeah, we're very
So good.
happy. We're very in love. We'll start to cry.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very it's very sacred to us. It's like our altar. And yeah, I love Jeff with my whole heart, and I'll be with him forever. I've never been so happy in my entire life. I'm such a better person, and I love myself so much, and he's taught me that.
But the business doesn't continue without that love for each other, right? It's
I
all
don't know.
built on your twin flame union.
Yeah, our whole life is. And that's built on a relationship with God.
Yeah.
So I would rather not be in a world without God. If God isn't real, then take me away. I don't want any part of that. I believe God is real, and I built everything on him.
Coming up.
I'm not going to stop. And I hope that Jeff and Shalia know that.
Love you, Keely. So it's almost over, Lynn, but I wanted to get your input.
Yeah.
When we were first dealing with Twin Flames and we saw the Alice Haines behind the scenes YouTube pieces, I always thought Jeff was the front leader and she was just like the ditzy wife who didn't do anything. But after I saw this, I think she's the brains behind the operations and he's the front man. What do you think?
Yeah, I kind of think that too, that because she was the one practicing all the spirituality in Hawaii, and then he was the one developing this idea of forming a cult that he speaks about, right? And so just the two blended together.
You cut out again, honey. I'll keep playing it. You don't have Wi-Fi out in your backyard, but that's okay. As a technologist, that's not bothering me.
We happen to be at the Twin Flames Universe headquarters as a tow truck pulls up. The yellow Corvette, a symbol of Jeff's success in so many videos, is hoisted up and taken away.
I got that for my 30th birthday from Shalia.
Jeff says he doesn't really use it anymore and has traded it in for a Silverado pickup.
Yeah, it was special. It's kind of like the end of an era of my life.
Lynn, remember I asked Avery if she thought it was repossessed? And
Yes.
she thought, yes. She goes, yeah, that's the feeling she got, was that it was repossessed, which I thought was really interesting.
Online, Jeff has called some of his former followers his hate squad. Now he says he feels compassion for them.
These former students left before they got the healing.
So they just got out too soon.
Well, they had an upset that they didn't finish healing.
They didn't finish healing and upset.
They may claim Keely hasn't finished healing an upset, but she has found what drew her into the community in the first place: love.
I have found what a real healthy, happy relationship feels and looks like, and it's nothing like the twin flame relationship that I was in. Yeah.
You found love without it being channeled by anybody?
I found love without it being channeled. Yes, I found love without anyone telling me who it was, or it was on my own, and I'm very happy.
Victoria, too, has love in her life away from the Twin Flames universe.
My life is really good. Everything that I wanted in a relationship is what I found. And I wouldn't have had that had I stayed in that group.
We know that the people in the Twin Flames universe will be watching this. What sort of a message would you want them to hear from you?
There is life to be had outside of Twin Flames universe. It isn't hell. It isn't insanity. It's a good life.
I would love for them to feel like they have the freedom to choose what they actually want to do with their lives and their bodies and their minds.
They're not victims and they're not brainwashed. They're very smart people, and they can choose to be with Twin Flames universe or not be with Twin Flames universe.
This is online. You can just close your browser and you can't do anything.
I'm not going to stop until something is done to hold Jeff and Shalia accountable, and I hope that Jeff and Shalia know that.
Yeah. So not only, so if you're not watching the screen, it said that they confiscated Keeley's hard drives, but also since this came out, they raided the compound. Right, Lynn?
Right.
They raided it.
Didn't they go to Chrissy and Jason's house too? And
I think they did. I think they did. I was telling them I have a special dislike for Chrissy just because she always putting pressure on Brianna. So if you're new to the channel, Brianna did end up leaving Gabe in 2022 and still remained in the cult, but was home with us, which was awesome. And now it took her a few more years after then to completely cut ties. It's a process, and she is completely out now, and she's doing fabulous, and she's wonderful, and we're thrilled.
Yep.
But we'll continue to spread this awareness. What do you have to say, Lenny, about it?
No, I'm thankful that you're exposing the evil from within this organization, and making people aware how easily you can become manipulated, and if you're in a vulnerable spot.
Yep. And no judgment either. We never judge anybody. But if if you're in need of help, if you have a family that's involved with them, reach out to me. Oh, I hit a button in my phone. It's recording my whole conversation. I hate that. Hold on. I hit the microphone. Damn it. Feel free to reach out. I'll put my email here. We want to support the community. I can't say, are you still in touch with the moms? How much the community helped us?
Yeah. Yep. Still talk with the moms.
You still do? That's wonderful. Yep. So Lynn now is showing them hope because her daughter is out. So you had a really good community that supported you, and
right.
We're grateful. People who are either ex-cult members or people whose kids are still in the cult and they just need a support system. So,
yeah. Yep.
Thank you, honey.
Well, thank you for doing this.
No, it's never easy. We had a very nice chat today. This has been 2.5 hours. So I'm not one to stream for more than after an hour. I'm like, okay, I'm out of here. Because I don't have the attention span, but this was good. We did it. We did the whole interview for the people who are new, and I'm grateful for everyone to listen. What are you doing? Are you doing anything today? Want to walk the dogs? Are you home?
I'm home now. So anytime.
Okay. Well, because I'm not working now, so I have all the time in the world.
I know. Nice.
John's like, don't come at me with bored energy. Let's see what Tortoise is saying. Does reversing the indoctrination follow the same pattern as leaving abuse, quitting smoking, yes, that's what it was like. She was leave out and then went back in. I think the part that broke our hearts the most, we absolutely thought she was out in March. She was home for 6 weeks, and that was in 2022. And she was done with Jeff. She was done.
Must have been 21, right? 2021 when she came home.
Well, she escaped. We did the documentary in 2022. I thought it was the same year, but maybe it was 2021. So she came home, said, I'm absolutely done with Gabe. This is crazy. Gabe is a woman. Like, she was done. And then, I don't know, 3 weeks later, she bought a plane ticket and said, I'm going back. And then she didn't get on the plane, going back, didn't get on the plane. So it took 4 plane tickets, and then she left.
Yeah.
And Lynn sent the text. She got on the plane, and we were just like,
yeah.
oh my God.
It wasn't easy coming out. So one of the things that was really good was that Amazon had provided some counseling with a real cult expert who really helped Brianna to see, even though she didn't know she was getting cult, expert therapy. I just told her we're going to family counseling. And
how crazy is that? How good is Lynn? So part of the Amazon documentary is they provided a cult therapist, which you can't just find a cult therapist. There was none around.
No.
Here. And Lynn
No.
managed to do a documentary, not tell Brianna, have them provide a therapist.
A therapist.
From Brianna,
Yeah.
but provide so much help for Brianna. And
Right.
That's crazy.
So it did take, and the therapist told me when we had started counseling that it would take, sometimes the person will hold on to one small piece of that cult for years and years, you know, and may never let go of that. And that's what happened. That's exactly what happened. Slowly she detached,
We lost Lynn.
and the more she detached, the stronger the pull was from within the organization, moving her higher and higher, escalating her counseling, until she had to, you know, just say, no, that's enough.
Yes, you're cutting in and out, but I totally get your message. Please tell
Oh, okay.
Brianna so many people are rooting for her. We will. So we don't really talk anymore. Lynn has conversations with her about it. We have let her just move past it. She knows that we do online YouTube support for it. She's glad that we get the word out, but she doesn't want to be part of it yet, which is, she may never want to be part of it. And she's watched the documentary. So, you know, we don't hide anything from her, but she's, you know, she also doesn't want, she's not there yet. She doesn't want to relive it. She doesn't want to talk about it.
Yeah. Right.
Yay. Well, thank you. Thank you, Lynn, for hopping on.
Oh yeah. Anytime.
Yeah, you say that. She never blocked us. Yeah. She never,
No,
thank
she
God.
did.
Well,
Well,
she blocked me first.
yeah.
And then she blocked you, but not for long. Not for long.
I wouldn't even say block. She just stopped responding to all of my
Yes.
messages. So technically didn't. And then maybe a year or a year and a half later, started responding again when she knew she was so miserable in that situation.
I have my favorite, says, thank you, Lynn. And
Aw.
she yeah, and all that, she only blocked me for a short period of time. Because, you know, we're close. We're a close family. So she never missed a vacation with us, never missed a holiday. She just wasn't the same, you know.
Yeah.
But now she is. We got our Brianna back.
Oh, thank God.
Yay.
I know.
Thank God
It's a
is
miracle,
right.
I tell you.
Yeah, I was so happy on Saturday. It was just so
Oh my
freaking
gosh.
awesome. I know.
You don't know how happy I was. It's like, I just can't believe this is happening. This is so wonderful.
Lynn called it a happy cookout, the happy cookout.
Yeah.
Thank you everyone so much. I'm going to let you
Thank
go.
you.
Have a great day. Sisters night tomorrow night without Lisa, maybe. We'll see. We'll see if she can stream from Noah Khan from it must be Fenway, or is it Gillette? I don't
so.
really know. Yeah. All right. Bye, Lenny. Bye, chat.
Bye.
Thank you.